Welcome back to Deathly Quiet title screen. It feels so uncomfortable to not be hearing any music. Usually I'm hearing at least ambiance on these. Okay, I'm very nervous to play this game now because I feel like I'm gonna get a bad ending. I don't wanna get a bad ending, but I feel like it's inevitable. Also, I hope this saved properly.
You can come out now, brother. How did it go? Better than we ever hoped for. The rooster is dead and the madam has tasted her first blood. Amazing. Completely worth getting shot for. A meddlesome falcon tried to disrupt the execution. Falcon? Really? That tenuous wretch? Don't worry. He floundered and bumbled around hopelessly. The madam thinks that he's of some use, but really he's as good as dead. This is marvelous. Every piece is falling into place. Our dream will be a reality in no time at all. To reason, brother. To reason.
Okay.
Fraternity.
So are we at the same point in the game then? How much better have you done than me? Oh no, everybody's just staring at each other. Quick, Sparrows, make a joke. I hope you don't harbor too much hate for the madam. I know that the rooster was your friend, but the madam does what she does for the good of friends. Boy, oh boy, this is awkward. It is a bit. Perhaps a round of drinks are in order. After all, this is a tavern. What do you two say? I have to give him a drinking problem. I have to. I'll take a wine. Make sure it's a stiff one. I'll take two. Oh no, poor Sparrowson. Second trial, you got justice on Judge Romulus, but he escaped. Ugh. Can't believe it. Very well. Piero, fetch our guest some drinks. It's your round. My round? No way, it's your turn. Turns don't matter. You still owe me for that omelet I generously paid for last Friday. Yeah, well, you owe me for that coffee on Tuesday. Okay, so that's 30 cents of coffee deducted from a 60-cent omelet plus the 25-cent peanuts you swiped from my pantry. Hold up, I ain't so good at mental arithmetic. Listen, Sparrowson, you need to go. Go? Yes, I'll create a distraction, you head straight for the back door. Is that such a good idea? If we both stick around, we could both end up dead as soon as we rub the lioness the wrong way. If we both run, these two will probably shoot us in the backs. So the way I see it, one of us running is the most viable option. Yeah, get Sparrowson shot in the back. Falcon. Don't argue. Once you're out, find Valerity and tell him what you've seen. Okay. So it's agreed. You hit this round and I'll owe you 2 cents. Yep, and I'll hold you to him 2 cents. Be right back. Don't you two move or nothing. Yay, alcohol. He'll hold me to the 2 cents? That Pierre is such a miser. Anyway, I don't feel like sitting in silence. Let's talk to pass the time. Hey, look over there. Let's ask more questions about guns. Maybe that'll be useful evidence. Fontaine, I have a gun question. A gun question? Do go on. No, we're just asking about, like, what his favorite guns are.
I don't know anything about guns. What does any of this mean?
What's your favorite flavor of gun? What's better, muskets or pistols? What's better? Well, both weapons have advantages and disadvantages. It's not really a matter of one being better. As you can see, I prefer to use a musket. The longer barrel makes it more accurate, especially over long distances. There he goes. So for hunting, there's no argument. The musket is superior in every way. But for personal defense or for close quarters combat, some would prefer the pistol for such a situation. You see, a smaller weapon offers a greater degree of maneuverability. Oh, thank God he's here with the alcohol. Alright, I brought drinks. One for me, one for you, one for you, and one for... Hey, where's the little one? The little one? He's right... Oh my God, he ran off. I'm sorry, I didn't see where he went. You lost him? How'd you lose him? I was gone for 2 minutes. I think I dropped the ball on this one. I'll say, the madam's gonna string us up for sure. Actually, we should make up a cover story. We can't let her find out about this. You can't let me find out about what? Oh no, do we blame them? Do we get other people killed? I'm assuming that the rooster dies no matter what because she just hates him so hates him so much. I was trying to say like 3 different words at the same time right there. I don't know, let's be nice. I let Sparrowson escape, I'm sorry, I turned my back. Oh, okay. I thought I was gonna lie. I felt that it wasn't right to keep Sparrowson here against his will, so I created a distraction to let him escape. That's somewhat gutsy of you to outright admit that. By rights, I should shoot you here and now. But I won't. I need a lawyer to bring our plans into fruition. That little bird's dispensable. You are not. Madam, if Sparrowson runs to the police, then both this location and the Sleeping City are compromised. We should keep this meeting brief. Agreed. Falcon, let me quickly fill you in. As you probably know, we're planning to form a protest, an enormous protest, on the 14th of this month. We intend to draw a massive crowd at the Place de la Concorde, and then we shall march across Tuileries Garden. March across Tuileries? You intend to storm the Louvre? No, the Palais Royal. That's where the King and Prime Minister will be residing. I would like it to go peacefully, but... Peaceful uprisings have a habit of turning violent, don't they? Exactly, and we can't let the leaders of this country escape amidst the chaos. They must be tried for their crimes against the French people. On that note, I want you to lead the prosecution. You want me to prosecute the King of France? The King and the Prime Minister. They're both responsible for the rampant inequality that plagues this country. On the day of the revolution, we will drag both of those overpaid bourgeois onto the streets, and you shall prosecute them then and there. I'm not sure that's how it works. I think I understand. Prosecuting the pair for crimes against humanity, I suppose. It could certainly be done. If I were to interview a lot of citizens, gather a lot of evidence, file some paperwork, I could probably prepare a case in around 2 months. We don't have the luxury of time. Use your ingenuity on the day, just like you did in the catacombs. Well, I failed miserably in the catacombs, so I'm not sure you should use that as an example. You know, not the king, not squishy self-insert. You can't be serious. There is no alternative. The wheels of the revolution are already turning, and the revolution will ignite in under a week. The question on my mind is, what do we do with you until then? You can leave him with us, ma'am. We'll keep a good eye on him. After seeing the atrocious job you two did guarding the little bird, I think not. I'll just have to guard you myself, Falcon. You shall spend this week at my side while I complete our preparations. At your side? All day and night? Absolutely. I'm not going to let you out of my sight for 1 minute. That seems excessive. You can trust me, madam. I literally just told her that I let the other guy escape. I'm not sure that's what you should say. No, I can't. You've promised to help me, but I know that you don't actually believe in the cause of the Second Republic. If I give you 1 grain of freedom, you will undoubtedly flee. Well, I guess you're right. This meeting is over. Come along, Falcon. Missed the first piece of evidence required to continue the catacombs case. There's a piece of evidence that I also missed. Exclamation mark! I'm not gonna lose it. And then, while we were sitting in the tavern, Falcon gave me the opportunity to escape. He created a distraction and I sneaked away and went straight to the police. Then you called a meeting and, well, here I am. So, yeah, that's the whole story.
I see. So Severin Cocorico died at the hands of the rebels.
That's right.
And Falcon revealed his true colors as a traitor.
Traitor? No, that's not right, Inspector. Falcon's not a rebel, he's just playing along so he can save his own life.
Don't be so naive, Sparrowson. Put the puzzle pieces together. Falcon willingly leapt into the lion's den for the specific purpose of siding with the rebels. He let you escape because he could see that you weren't truly sympathetic to their cause.
That doesn't make sense at all. Falcon's never shown a rebellious streak.
Tell me, Sparrowson, what do you know about Falcon's past?
Absolutely nothing. He's a very private guy.
Has he ever told you what he did during the July Revolution, before he changed his name?
No, he hasn't told me anything, really.
Sparrowson, let me tell you about the man they call the Viridian Killer.
Oh my god, is it me? Am I the guy? Did I do the murder? Managed to recover a device to remove bullets from wounds, but that's about it. Where was that? Was that just in a place that I didn't bother going because I didn't think it was important? Because that's very possible. What are we actually doing anything, or are we just killing time? The Palais Royal. Just look at that disgusting den of fat cat bourgeois and hypocritical politicians. The king is probably in there as we speak, probably sitting in his high chair, stuffing his bloated face with cake and wine while he boasts about being the perfect citizen king. Did you come here just to moan about the king? No, I've come to assess the potential battleground. On the day of the rebellion, I might order Piero to set up a barricade over there. What do you think? There? Right outside the Palais Royal? Of course. It's the perfect place for a defensive garrison. We can gather furniture from nearby buildings, build a wall, and position rifles to fend off the police. When the time is right, it will serve as the ideal location to launch our assault on the palace. So you weren't just throwing empty words in the tavern. You actually do intend on dragging the king out of the palace through violence. Of course. He will never abdicate on his own volition. It's not as if I want to see bloodshed, Falcon. It's necessary. It's inevitable. I mean, we have to be realistic. There's no way to bring change to a country without using violence, is there? I don't know. Has there ever been a non-violent revolution ever in the history of the world? You know, the debt Sparrowson racked up for eating poison if you try and attempt to do the many, many days of fetch questing required to complete that series of events you to get the device. Well, wanting to get things over with faster by just giving people money, I guess, is not the right choice. Okay, let's be optimistic. I'm sure there's been like at least one non-violent revolution at some point. I think there are ways. People look back on the violent moments of history, the executions, the wars, the bloody revolutions, but who's to say that a country couldn't be overturned just through the chance of the people? A pacifist revolution. Interesting. I would love for such a thing to be possible. Maybe it would be better to avoid building the barricades, at least until it's clear that violence is inevitable. That's good. That's a good compromise, madam. Are we convincing her to not kill people about it? Okay. Beautiful spot to relax, have a picnic, or plan for a violent uprising. Let's go shopping. The hell, huh? Let me guess. You have a weapon supplier somewhere around here. Or maybe this is where you plan on meeting an informant, a government defector? It's as good a meeting spot as any. Actually, I'm here for groceries. There's no need for that look. You think that just because I'm a gun-toting rebel, I don't need to buy food? Oh hey, it's her again.
Ma'am Beaumont, Ma'am Beaumont.
Well, well, if this isn't Sultan and Little Gambade, you're growing bigger every time I see you.
Ma'am, you have to hear this. Something big went down here yesterday. A policeman. A nasty, ugly policeman.
Let me guess. He was bullying people into revealing secrets on the whereabouts of the revolutionaries.
Well, that's how it started, ma'am. Same old bullying tactics. He was pushing around this old beggar rat who hangs around the market sometimes. But then, when the rat wasn't speaking up, the policeman drew his gun and shot him.
The policeman shot the beggar just like that? Like a rat? Like a normal-sized rat like the mouse? That guy would have exploded, I think.
Yep, but then the coward cop went and ran before we could turn on him.
I find this difficult to believe. A policeman wouldn't openly shoot a beggar without just cause. Open your eyes, Falcon. This is the regime us Parisians live under. We are ignored by the government, oppressed by the police, and hanged by the courts. Why do you think I'm fighting so hard to make a change? We can't put up with this sort of bullying. No, this can't be right. Something has to be missing from Sultan's story. Do you mind if I ask you a couple of questions, madam?
Sure, ask away.
Make it quick, Falcon.
What do you look like? Well, I didn't get a good look, but he was tall and ugly and mean-looking, and he had one eye.
One eye?
Gasp. Yep, had one of them pirate patches.
There's no way. Ring any bells, Falcon? I know a man who fits the description, but it simply couldn't be him. He's a bitter individual, but he's morally righteous. I can't imagine him shooting an innocent person so recklessly. Don't let your bias towards the justice system affect your judgment, Falcon. If you think you know who did this, then please name and shame him. I think I should bite my tongue until I'm a little more certain.
Did you want to know anything else, monsieur?
Who was the victim?
I didn't really know him, monsieur. None of us did. He was kinda a loner who hanged around asking for scraps of food and cents. I don't even know his name.
That's sad. Did he have no family, no means of support? Falcon, do you have any idea how many beggars there are on the streets of Paris? How many people go hungry? How many people are forced to turn to crime? I'm well aware, madam. I'm asking these questions to see if there was perhaps some reason that particular rat was killed. But no, it appears this was just the loss of one unnamed beggar rat among many. It's tragic.
That it is, monsieur. Is there any other way that I can help?
Our final question. If a policeman did shoot an innocent person, then there would surely be an investigation. Your naivety knows no bounds, Falcon. You think the police care if one of their own is out of control?
Actually, there was one bloke asking around, but I don't think he was a policeman.
Oh, go on.
Well, he was this charming fox.
Renard. A friend of yours, Falcon? Something like that. We should probably pay him a visit to see what he's up to. Pay him a visit? I suppose we can set aside a little time.
Did you want something else?
That's all, madam. Thanks for all your help.
No problem. Anything to help Ma'am Beaumont.
We'll try to get to the bottom of this, Sultan. Just make sure to stay safe when the revolution starts. Stay inside. Keep bed safe.
Of course, ma'am. You stay safe yourself, you hear?
Well, at least she's friendly to the townsfolk. Somebody is setting off fireworks outside of my home. It never ends. It is not a holiday as far as I'm aware. Oh no, what did Mousy say? It's been a few days.
Visitors, Monsieur Vulpes, visitors.
Really, Falcon? What do you hope to accomplish in this sleazy back-alley establishment? Sleazy? Madam, my back-alley office is perhaps a little cluttered and eclectic, but I resent the accusation of sleaze. Maybe I should do the introductions. Monsieur Volpes, this is Madame Beaumorte, friend of mine. Madam, this is Bernard Volpes, private investigator at your service. It's a pleasure to meet you, madam. You love fireworks, you'd be that kind of person too. My neighbors are... I don't know where they're getting all their fireworks. It feels like at least once a week they're setting off fireworks or firecrackers or something that makes loud banging noises. It's insane. How stoic. I'm sure you have some pressing question to ask, Falcon, but before we get started, there is something I must tell you. Monsieur Sparrowson dropped by earlier. He informed me of your situation. Sparrowson, is he alright? Oh yes, he's now working with Inspector Valerdi, attempting to unravel the rebel plot. Just as I thought, it appears that your lackey has solidified his position as a traitor to the Second Republic, Falcon. Perhaps, perhaps not. Sparrowson doesn't strike me as a person who sides with any ideology. But you know, he asked me the most peculiar question. Would you like to know what it was? Of course. Such information is quite valuable. It would cost, say, 30 francs? Sure. I love giving people money. Yeah, I know how this works. Here's your money, monsieur. Very good. So, on to the question. Sparrowson asked if you were the Viridian killer. The one responsible for the random bombings during the July Revolution 18 years ago? Why on earth would he ask that? Perhaps the inspector had been telling him stories. So what'd you tell him? The truth, of course. That is, that I have no idea who the Viridian killer is, but that I knew it couldn't possibly be Falcon. Oh, and how do you know that I'm not the Viridian killer? Falcon, please. You're a semi-drunk bumbling oaf, not a ruthless killer. Oh no, the other characters know. Anyway, I've started my own investigation into the Viridian killer. It's fascinating stuff. Apparently he was seen in multiple places at once, which leads some to believe that he was actually more than one person. Huh. And do you know why they call him, or should I say them, the Viridian killer? Did they write notes in green pen? Because if so, I might have an idea. Viridian is a greenish color, isn't it? No, I don't have a clue. Crimson Killer would be a much cooler name. It appears that no one knows the origins of the name, which leads me to suspect that he, or indeed they, chose their own name. This is all fascinating, truly, but perhaps we can return the conversation to why we're here. Of course, Monsieur Volpes, we heard that you were investigating the murder at Le Havre. I was. That victim was a friend of Mousie's.
More of an acquaintance, really.
Well, we want to know if you managed to uncover anything. Did you find any leads? Any juicy clues? Not as such. It's quite a peculiar case. Oh, the eye patch. Did you hear that the murderer wore an eye patch? I did. You know what that implies, don't you, Falcon? You only know of one police officer, or indeed one person who wears an eye patch. In all of ye old France, only one guy wears an eye patch? Where is he? Where's our man? Did I skip past him? I'm blind. There he is. The inspector. But that can't be right. You wouldn't describe him as a murderous man, would you, Monsieur Volpes? Murderous? I don't know. He's certainly passionate about finding the Viridian killer. Who's to say that he wouldn't kill in the pursuit of his arch-enemy? Falcon, I want to solve this mystery as much as you do, but time is pressing and we have other matters to attend to. We must take our leave. Understood. Until next time, Monsieur Volpes. Goodbye and good luck, Monsieur Falcon. It was a pleasure meeting you, madam.
Bye-bye. Monsieur Volpes.
I completely forget Mousie's voice, and it was such a good one, too.
That lioness looked pretty angry. Is this revolution going to end in blood, Monsieur Volpes? Just like in 1830?
I sure hope not. I don't want to get anybody else killed. I already got one lady possibly guillotined and my boy shot. Let me think. So, it takes 10 minutes to walk from the Place de la Concorde to this very spot. And the Palais Royal lies 5 minutes north of here. But the crowd will be fairly large and slow. It may take twice, maybe 3 times as long to make the move. Having a logistics problem, madam? Perhaps. The plan is to walk the crowd from here through Tuileries to the Palais Royal. But if we take too long to pass through Tuileries, the police will trap us in. We could be flanked and slaughtered. So far, you've committed every possible miscarriage of justice. I didn't mean to. It was an honest mistake, letting that murderer go free. That is quite an issue. Why don't you just go faster, idiot? Go around so they don't see you coming? Maybe... What's the right choice? There's a nice wide main road that leads straight to the palace front door. You can avoid the gardens entirely. Marching across the gardens makes for a better political statement, but I can't fault your reasoning. Going around would diminish our chances of being stopped and trapped. I'll pass the idea along to Piero and see what he has to say. He's the one in charge of leading the crowds, after all. That bird brain parrot would probably just shoot the idea down, right? Probably, but I appreciate your input. I don't know if you genuinely want to help or if you're just telling me what I want to hear out of fear, but thank you, Falcon. It's no problem, madam. For the Second Republic, right? Right, for the Second Republic. Yay! Is this an actual thing that actually happened in actual France? Maybe I should be... maybe I should have read up on some history. Make it really properly historically accurate. I don't know anything about history. Falcon didn't pass the bar, he just went to them. Passing the bar is when you go to every bar in the city, right? That's what that is. You passed all the bars. This is it, Falcon. This is the day we make our stand. You didn't give us a lot of prep time. Everything is coming together. As we speak, Fontaine is gathering the protesters at the Place de la Concorde. Piero is making preparations to build an armor barricade near the Palais Royal, just as a precaution, you understand. The only question that remains is, are you ready? Not in the slightest. No, I'm not ready at all. You want me to prosecute the king and prime minister if and when you drag them from the palace, right? Well, I've had no time to prepare. I have no evidence on hand. This whole trial is going to be one big fiasco, just like all my other ones. You're too fixated on the formalities, Falcon. This revolution will succeed, and those in power will see justice. That's all that matters. But, madam, come on, let's see how the protest is going. Falcon and Beaumont arrive at the Place de la Concorde. The air is thick with the chants, shouts, and cheers of hundreds of protesters. A line of mounted soldiers stands shoulder to shoulder outside the entrance to Tuileries. This is amazing. I had no idea the Second Republic had this many supporters. But of course, you didn't think that we were just a few animals huddling in a cave, did you? The desire for revolution runs deep in the city. The French love revolution. It's their favorite pastime. Everything's in place at the Palais Royal, man. Just say the word and we'll set up the biggest barricade you've ever seen. Then we could all storm the building and drag that cocky king out of his chair. There's been a change of plan. We're still going to protest, but we're going to do it peacefully. No firing from behind barricades, no violence, no capturing the king or prime minister. Madam, are you feeling all right? Quite all right, thank you. What of your desire for a better France? You cannot achieve that without bloodshed. We can certainly try. Falcon convinced me. He said 2 whole sentences to me, and I decided to just go with whatever he tells me. Falcon. Pacifism seems like the Christian approach, wouldn't you say, Friar? Ooh. I see, so that's how it is. Excuse me, madam. Oh no, he's gonna go commit war crimes. I think the Friar disapproves of the new strategy. He probably thinks I've gone soft, and maybe I have. But I'm not deviating from this path, even if each and every rebel leaves my side. Don't worry, ma'am, you aren't alone. We're not here for the violence, madam. As long as you strive for a better France, we'll always stand with you. So we have 2 whole dudes. A stupid bullet wound. The damn thing is opened up again. What's the news, brother? Is everything in place? We have a problem. The mademoiselle refuses to use violence. She's turned timid. Turned timid? How? It appears that the lawyer, Falcon, is something of a lion tamer. J.J. Falcon. That bird is proving to be more trouble than the rooster, I swear. Brother, listen. If there is no violence, then there will be no power gap. One leader will just peacefully replace another. We need chaos for our plan to work. Guess we'll have to follow through with our contingency strategy. I'll find the victim, you find the suspect. Don't push yourself, brother. You're still injured. I can't believe they've been plotting behind my back. Who could have guessed? Look at these scum. Foul vermin, the lot of them. Mark my words, Sparrowson, every one of these petulant dissenters will take the first opportunity to turn aggressive. They lust for violence. They don't look too violent to me. Trust me, this is just how the crowd looked before the July Revolution. It only takes one crazed individual and the entire crowd will explode into a frenzy. Oh no, 2 guys with very similar voices. Hey, it's you! Friar, it's good to see you again. No time for pleasantries, Inspector. You need it urgently on the Place de la Concorde. Me? Why not ask one of the officers on active guard duty? There's no time to explain. Any minute now. Ah, do you hear that gunshot? It's already begun. Come on, Inspector. We must make haste. Too many old men. Inspector, I really don't think you should be trusting this friar. He's a two-faced wolf. Remus has provided me with reliable information in the past. I trust his judgment. But, Inspector,
This isn't up for discussion, Sparrowson. I have a duty to uphold. Stay put. I'll be back in no time at all.
They're gonna kill him. But, what should I do now? No, Sparrowson, don't disappear. I want to play as you. A gunshot. It was nearby, too. So the friar was right. Violence really is an inevitability. We haven't reached that stage yet, madam. I can't afford to take chances. Not now. Piero, march the crowd to the Palais Royal and construct the barricade. Yes, ma'am. Fontaine, Falcon, we're going to find the source of this disturbance.
It came from here, Inspector. Hurry, hurry. I'm moving as fast as these old legs will... Mon Dieu, a body. Zoe must have been the target of the gunshot we just heard, but I don't see a shooter.
I think the gunshot came from over here. Inspector!
Falcon! Well, I should have known that the Viridian killer would have had a part in this.
Inspector, I'm not... Oh no, the gang's all here. What do we have here? A filthy cop and a dead girl.
Madam, thank goodness you're here. I saw the whole thing.
They're framing him!
This poor innocent mademoiselle was approaching the police line with her hands in the air, when all of a sudden this brute of a police inspector yelled, "Get back, you filthy rebel!" He drew his gun and shot the bird point blank through her heart.
What is this nonsense? What are you prattling on about, Friar? Thank you for your input, Remus. It hardly surprises me that a member of the police would be the one to cast the first stone. You're rapidly approaching my spot. I'm beating you! I think we're all being a little rash. Let's just take a breath, examine the situation, and... Wait a moment. You wear an eye patch. You only have one eye, Inspector.
Oh, observant.
Tell me, were you the policeman who killed the rat at Le Halle, too?
Le Halle? What are you talking about?
2 incidents of a one-eyed policeman gunning down an innocent victim. There's no way that this is a coincidence. What we have here is a filthy, corrupt individual who takes pleasure in oppressing the common citizen. Am I right, Inspector?
I really shouldn't be surprised that a stupid rebel makes stupid assumptions and comes to stupid conclusions. But open your damned eyes, mademoiselle. I'm not the assailant here.
Don't call me mademoiselle, or stupid for that matter. Your guilt is plain to see. Given the circumstances, I ought to judge and execute you right here and now.
Falcon, don't just stand there gawking. Vouch for me.
Well, I know for a fact that he wasn't here as the player. Yeah, why can't we all just be friends? Madam, I know this man. His name is Inspector Valerdi. He's ruthlessly law-abiding, so much so that I can't envision him shooting a man without just cause. Oh, shut up, Falcon. I'm done with your idealism. I listened to you, I took your words to heart about avoiding violence, and now a girl is dead. Well, I'm done taking chances. Remus, help me escort this invalid to Piero's barricade. I'll decide his fate there.
With pleasure, madam. Come along, Inspector.
Fontaine, Falcon, deal with the corpse. Meet us at the barricade when you're done. Ew, no, I don't want to touch it. It's icky. There's no way that this was the work of the police. You know what, Falcon? I think you might be right. An isolated gunshot this far away from the police line? It doesn't make any sense at all. But that's rebellions for you. They're messy affairs. Sometimes innocents get caught in the crossfire and there's no reason for it. Well, there's no use dawdling. Let me get the corpse off the streets. Not yet. I'm going to examine the body first. Examine the body? We agreed that this wasn't the work of Inspector Valerdi, right? And there must be some clues on the corpse that point towards what happened. An impromptu coroner's examination, eh? Fine, you have 2 minutes. After that, we're heading to the barricade, whether you're done here or not. Gotta go fast. What's this mark? It almost looks like a handprint made in blood. Probably the mademoiselle's. I don't think so. It's the handprint of a left hand on the girl's left shoulder. There's no way a person could comfortably reach that spot on their own back. I suppose so, but if the handprint doesn't belong to the girl, then who? The murderer. It has to be. Well, then we'll just fingerprint him. The question on my mind is, why is the handprint made in blood? You need to invent fingerprinting and DNA. Did the murderer still lay their hand on the girl's gunshot wound, or were they injured prior to the shooting? There's so much to uncover here, and no time for a thorough investigation. A bloody handprint. Okay. Everyone's been so fixated on who did this that nobody stopped to ask who this girl was. I don't know, monsieur. Given her clothes, she's probably just another working girl. Just another? I don't mean to sound glib, but it's true. This is one mademoiselle among thousands who live in Paris. Who was she? Where did she work? Will her family miss her? I don't know, but in the long run, I don't think anybody will care. I care. I can't afford not to. I don't know who this mademoiselle was, but I'm going to see to it that justice is brought about for her death. He's such a good boy. This is the bullet wound, right? What can you tell me about it, Fontaine? Well, it looks like the bullet took a fairly straight angle of entry through the mademoiselle's back. The shooter was probably standing right behind the victim. What's the bullet size? You know its caliber? Let me guess. You're hoping that the caliber of the bullet is different to the caliber of the inspector's gun. That would conveniently get that one-eyed police officer off the hook, wouldn't it? But I'm afraid I can't help you. I couldn't possibly know a bullet's caliber without having a good look at the bullet itself. Oh no, the medical bullet retrieving device. Dig your fingies in, Fontaine. You hunt. You shouldn't be squeamish about it. So you need to see the bullet itself. Let me get it out. Pinch it. Retrieve? You mean dig it out? I assume you have a little more experience in this area than I do. Well, you're not wrong there. Fine, this will only take a moment. Okay, so you don't have to use your bullet removing device, I guess. Here you go, one used bullet. Looks like a standard lead rifle or pistol ball, but I'm afraid I can't tell you its caliber. Why's that? The bullet fragmented upon impact, monsieur. I gathered all the pieces, but I cannot assess its diameter with any accuracy. Still, I would guess that it was 13 to 17 millimeters. Sorry that I can't be more specific. That's an enormous help. Thank you, monsieur. Okay. Anything else? I want to be as thorough as possible. A clue. It's a long shot, but maybe this girl's faking her injury? Just for the sake of thoroughness, I really ought to check for a pulse. Right. No, she's dead. Okay. Anything. Anything else, please? Please, more clues. I'm begging you. I'll pay you for more clues. How much money do I have? I have 28 francs. Will you take 20 bucks to give me a new clue? Yeah, I think we're done. I'm done here. Very good. Let's move this body off the street. Then we must hurry to the Palais Royal. Rest in peace, mademoiselle. I'll see to it that justice is done. Well, I mean, we'll try. Everything's going just as planned. The madam's probably fuming right now. She'll attack the Palais Royal, the Prime Minister will flee, and then... Excuse me, monsieur. What do you want? I'm busy. Don't you recognize me, monsieur? I know that my disguises are a little more complex than yours, but I assumed you would recognize Prince Juan when you saw him. You're Prince Juan? Indeed, and you're Judge Romulus, the corrupt wolf. I know what you did. You tried to assassinate the king, you shot the croque monsieur, and just moments ago I saw you murder a maiden at the Place de la Concorde. You truly are a vile individual, aren't you? Yeah, as if you have any proof for any of that. I'm out of here. I also know that you're one half of the Viridian Killer. On any other day I would cut you where you stand, Fox, but as it happens, I'm a little busy today. Oh, the Viridian Killer is too busy to kill me. Is that the truth, or is that bullet wound of yours starting to affect your prowess? You must have lost an awful lot of blood. What do I do? What do I do? Oh, hello, Monsieur Fulpes. Ah, Monsieur Sparson. Perfect timing. Who now? Oh, you're that fledgling. I guess this is what they call being stuck between a rock and a hard place, huh? Monsieur Sparson, be a dear and help me restrain the Viridian Killer. This guy? He's the Viridian Killer? He looks more like Judge Romulus to me. Well, you would be right about that too. Wow, so he's two scumbags in one. Alright then. Stab him in the back with your pointy beak. Ooh, yeah, stab him in the bullet wound with your pointy beak. Quit your whining, Your Honor. Very nice takedown, Monsieur Sparson. You may want to check his pockets for weapons. He is something of a notorious killer, after all. Of course, let's see what we've got here. Ah, here we are. A pistol, probably the one used to kill the maiden, I suspect. What else can you find, Monsieur Sparson? This, an eye patch? Weird. What would this wolf want with an eye patch? Oh no, this is bad. Very bad indeed. I don't get it. What's wrong with an eye patch? There's no time to explain. Mousy!
What is it, Monsieur Valpes? What is it?
Take this eye patch to J.J. Falcon. If my fears are correct, he'll be somewhere around the Palais Royal right now. Tell him that this belongs to Remus's brother. Hurry.
Right away, Monsieur Valpes, right away.
I must go too. I need to find the other half of the Viridian Killer pair before something terrible happens. Wait, Monsieur Valpes, what am I supposed to do with this guy? You have his gun, don't you? March that wolf to the nearest police station and collect your reward for capturing Judge Romulus. Yay, free money! What a strange day. Outside the Palais Royal, the rebels have constructed a makeshift barricade out of furniture, branches, rocks, and anything else they can find. From behind the wall, the rebels taunt the police and royal guards with chants. I'm growing impatient, pig. Confess your crimes.
I have nothing to confess, you filthy rebel. You and your rebel friends, however, should confess to 1,000 counts of treason and public disorder. I will see each and every one of you hanged for your flagrant disregard of the law.
Your stubborn attitude is disgusting. A few days ago you were seen at Le Havre. Witnesses saw you murder a beggar in cold blood. Today a friar has testified to seeing you murder a girl, again, completely unprovoked. I don't know why you continue to plead your innocence. But it doesn't matter. I don't need a confession to know that you're a killer. Madame Beaumont, stop! The inspector didn't shoot that mademoiselle. Keep your beak closed, Falcon. I'm done listening to your suggestions. This policeman is guilty as every other monster in our decrepit justice system. It's my duty to execute him. Madame Falcon has uncovered some pretty convincing evidence. I would recommend that you hear him out. Please, just give me 5 minutes. 5 minutes and I can convince you of the inspector's innocence. 5 minutes is precious in a time like this. I can't afford it. What if you're wrong? Are you willing to see another dead innocent? Thank you, madam.
Having my life saved by the Reading killer. How humiliating.
Quiet, pig. Your life is mine until I say otherwise. Okay, so first of all, let's recap on what Friar Remus had to say. Wait, where is that friar? He's a key witness to the crime.
He scampered as soon as he dropped the inspector off. Said he had some business to attend to.
Business?
Man, oh man, those barricades are looking pretty scary. But I mustn't fear, for I am a brave duck. I'm the great Officer Beck, handsome, intelligent, strong, truly a fearless hero who will be remembered for...
Oh no, he's gonna immediately get murdered, isn't he?
Hello, officer.
You scared me, monsieur. Monk?
Friar, actually. Friar Remus. Listen, officer, I have something of great importance to tell you. I was just passing by the rebel camp and I overheard a conversation.
Oh, this sounds good. Do go on.
They said they were going to launch an assault very soon, and when they do, they're going to rain hellfire on the palace.
Officer Beck, get down! Oh no, it's just as I feared. What'll we do?
It's simple, officer. As soon as you hear the first gunshot, you need to retaliate. Hit them with everything you've got. Every cannon, every rifle, every piece of artillery.
That's not very Christian of you.
Don't have a single piece of the barricade remaining. That is the only way you can be sure to survive.
Total annihilation. I like it. But, Friar, I'm confused. Aren't you a Christian?
Yes, so what?
Oh, I don't know. It's just that your idea doesn't seem very Christian-y.
I see. You think this is a moral issue. Let me tell you a secret, my dearest duck friend that I just met. There is no God, no overarching morality or higher plan, no heaven to save the righteous or hell to punish the sinners. There is only you, your artillery, and 10,000 rebels who want to dine on Peking duck tonight. Understand?
That's an awful lot to take in.
Then let me simplify. It's you or them.
It's me or them.
Oh no. Poor guy. He's gonna commit a war crime by accident. Forget about the Friar Falcon. We all remember what he had to say. Present your case based on what you can recall. Okay, I will. But you may want to wipe that mouse off your shoulder first. Sorry, wait, what? Oh, it's you, Messi.
Monsieur Falcon, special delivery from Menard Vulpes.
Thank you, Mousy. What is this?
An eye patch. It was found in Remus's brother's clothing.
Remus's brothers... This is an eye patch belonging to Judge Romulus? That's interesting. Where is Romulus?
There's no time, monsieur. Just take it.
Yay, we have an eye patch.
I have to run, monsieur, but you have to do your best. Monsieur Vulpes and Sparrowson believe in you.
Oh my god, the power of friendship is gonna help me win the case. Sparrowson? You've seen Sparrowson? How is he?
There's no time, monsieur. Good luck.
Are you quite done, Falcon? Very much so. Let's begin this trial. Okay, so let's remember what the friar said. Well, through the chest. Friar Remus claimed that the girl was shot point blank in the chest. She was shot in the back. I know, I remember seeing the bullet wound for myself. But that's quite a glaring inaccuracy in the wolf's testimony. It is an inaccuracy, but it is an irrelevant inaccuracy. Does it really matter if the girl was shot in the front or the back? Either way, a girl died at this pig's hands. It does matter, because it means he's just actively lying. If the girl was shot from the front, then this might indicate a police confrontation turned ugly. But if she was shot in the back, then what? This could indicate that someone targeted and assassinated her before she could even react. That doesn't paint the inspector in a particularly flattering light, Falcon. Madam, you're missing the point. A shot to the back breaks the currently established narrative. The girl was targeted and murdered in a stealthy professional attack, therefore this was not an ordinary police confrontation. You've made an assumption, Falcon. You've assumed that just because the girl was shot in the back, she must have been stealthily killed. There are other possibilities. Perhaps the girl was scared by the police, started running away, and was shot in the back as she fled. That scenario is impossible. If the girl were running, then she would have been at least a couple of steps away from the killer at the time of the shooting, right? Right. But I know the killer was standing right behind the victim. They were less than a meter apart when the gun was fired. They were standing that close? How could you possibly know that? I'd assume they touched. We saw a bloodied handprint on the girl's shoulder. What do you make of that, madam? Well, I assume any bloody stain would belong to the victim. A mark made with the girl's dying breath, perhaps. No, it was the print of a left hand on the girl's left shoulder near her upper back. The angle and positioning of the print indicate that it can only have been caused by another person. That's why I'm so certain the killer was right behind the girl at the time of the attack. I see. That's quite a theory. But Falcon, you've left an important question unanswered. Why was the handprint bloody? The print was made with the victim's blood, yes, so it can't possibly have been made prior to the shooting. The killer must have wiped his hand on the girl's clothing after she had already died. And if that's the case, then my suggested scenario is still possible. The girl may have been running from the police when she was shot. No, I'm still trying to work out the details. But I know that the print was made prior to the shooting. Maybe the shooter was injured and his hand was already covered in blood. You talked big about breaking the established narrative, and now you present me with that baseless drivel. Well, where do we go from here? How does this handprint nonsense really affect the situation? Do you find something funny about the situation, Inspector? Maybe the armless man.
I do. This whole trial is patently absurd. It's an animal court through and through. But there was something particularly funny about that last exchange. You were both so focused on when and how this handprint was made that you missed the larger issue. I don't have a left hand, you idiots. I couldn't have possibly left that mark.
Oh, right. Of course. Forgot about that. Well, madam, what do you say to that? Maybe the handprint came from an accomplice, or maybe it had nothing to do with the incident, or it feels good to see someone else speculating wildly for a change. Okay, fine. I don't have a solid explanation. I must concede that it's possible, maybe even likely, that the person who left that mark was the murderer. Therefore, as much as it pains me to say it, I must concede that the inspector probably did not shoot the girl. So that's it. The inspector is off the hook. No, there's still the matter of the incident at La Halle.
What incident is this? I know nothing about it.
As if you don't know. A beggar rat was shot and killed in La Halle a few days ago. The attacker was described as a scowling police officer who wore an eye patch. Sound familiar to you? Go on, Falcon. Explain the pig out of this one. Until 5 minutes ago, I was at a loss. But I was recently presented with a piece of evidence that makes the answer all too clear. This was a false flag operation. False flag? Explain yourself.
Fake eye patch.
Madam, what do you know about Remus's twin brother, the man known as Romulus? Not much, only he was forced to flee the country by our oppressive government around a month ago. That's a half-truth, madam. You see, it is correct that Romulus is being hunted by the police, but I had a suspicion the wolf was lurking in Paris itself, although I never managed to find definitive proof. Anyway, it turns out my suspicion was well-founded. He was recently apprehended, I think. You think? I don't know the details, but it doesn't matter. What's important is that a reliable friend found this on Romulus's person just moments ago. An eye patch. Romulus has perfect vision. Why would he need something like this? There's only one plausible explanation. It's part of a disguise. Something to conceal his identity and make him appear as someone else. A disguise. You're saying that Romulus shot the beggar rat just to frame this police inspector. Exactly, madam. It's no coincidence that Freya Remus happened to find the very same inspector just as another murder occurred today. So, Remus was in on it too. Two wolves working together to make this policeman look like a murderer. But why? Why would they do that? To rile you up, madam, to make you lust for violence. And if your actions today are anything to go by, I would say they succeeded. Damn, I've been so stupid. How did I let myself get so misled by a couple of wolves? This trial is over. Go, Inspector. You're free.
It's about time.
You're letting him walk, ma'am? Of course, it would be criminal to confine an innocent man any longer than necessary, even if the man is a bitter, stubborn pig.
He's a rooster.
Falcon. Yes?
I don't understand you. You're stupid, you're reckless, but you fought beak and talon for my freedom. I'm starting to suspect that you really aren't the Viridian killer at all.
It certainly took a long time to pass that fact through your thick skull. Inspector, if you're still hunting that villain, maybe you should speak with Renard Vulpes, when this is all over, I mean. I hear he's been doing some research into the Viridian killer. Maybe he knows something.
Maybe I will. Madam, it appears that your gang of rebel filth don't intend on assaulting the palace anytime soon. I'll relay that information to the artillerymen. Maybe we can keep a peaceful standoff going until this blows over.
Thank you, I appreciate that. And then a gunshot rings out, and then they cannonball everyone.
All of you, stay out of trouble.
And the old man is the only person I see. No, stop, don't remind me. So, what happens now, ma'am? We're going to continue our protest, peacefully. We're going to stand here chanting and shouting until the Prime Minister and the King both step down out of sheer humiliation. It might take days, weeks, but if we manage to change this country without one more person being harmed, then... Oh no, a dash at the end of the sentence, you know what that means? An occurrence. Well, well, look who returned.
Madam, I just saw the police inspector strolling out of here unarmed. Why did you let him go?
That's simple, Remus. We all had a discussion. And we came to the conclusion that I'd been misled by a couple of wolves.
Oh.
How many lies have you fed me, Friar? Just how much damage have you done to further your own goals? Did you help your brother kill the beggar rat in the hell? Did you watch the girl die by the Place de la Concorde? Now that I think about it, even the Croque Monsieur's death was surrounded by details that made little sense. I don't know what to think anymore. You know that this guy's a scumbag, at least, ma'am. I say shoot him. Pierrot's right. We won't judge you for killing the man, madame.
It's the least I deserve for my sins. Go ahead, madame.
Don't do it!
What are you waiting for? Pull the trigger. Do it!
Do it! Kill him!
Falcon, you have proven yourself as having clear judgment. What do you say? Let him live so that we don't all get cannibal, please. Madam, you know that what the right thing to do is. Show us what kind of leader you wish to be. You're right. I said that this will be a bloodless revolution, and I can't make any exceptions. Not even for a monster like this wolf. And then just he takes out a gun and shoots it into the air so that we have no choice in this situation.
Wow, this is amazing. Completely unprecedented. You've buckled all my expectations, avoided every temptation, and opted for an option that shouldn't exist. Well done, madame. Well done, Falcon. You've demonstrated the power of pacifism in its purest form. But unfortunately for both of you, I'm no pacifist.
Everyone get down! Mrs. Beaumont, get down! Suicide. Shooting himself in the head. What a loony. Hardly a surprise that the wolf would be too cowardly to face a real punishment. Exactly what you think happened. Every time. This isn't right. It's not the solution I wanted either, Falcon, but I can't say I'll mourn the friar's death. No, that's not what I meant. I meant it doesn't make sense for him to kill himself so abruptly. And that comment of his, it was almost like, I think we need to get out of here, all of us, right now. Falcon, what are you talking about? Oh no, poor nervous Beck.
There was a gunshot. Really close, too. I can't afford to hesitate. It's me or them.
Officer, hold your fire.
No way. I can't afford to take chances. It's me or them. Oh no, not a cutscene. We can't affect change. Fire every cannon! No! Duck, why? Those are some really underwhelming cannon noises! Ka-chink, ka-chink, ka-chink. And then everyone died! Look at all those humans! Where'd they come from? Oh, the drama. Oh hey, there's actually what looked like a bird there. Can anyone hear me? Pierrot, Fontaine? Hello, anyone? I'm here, madame. Falcon. Of all the people. I think I made a mistake, Falcon. Where did I go wrong? Was it when I lost my temper over seeing that dead girl? Or was it earlier when I shot that prosecutor? Or was it earlier still when I first listened to that monstrous friar in the first place? I've made a lot of mistakes. We've all made mistakes, madam. Most people's mistakes don't spark bloody revolutions. Can you move, madam? I don't think so. Give me a minute. I think I can clear some of this rubble. Good morning, everybody! Mystery, mystery, mystery. Dear Monsieur Volpes, I'm writing to you from the Demiao Railway Express. Modern technology truly is amazing. I've decided to take your advice and have gone on vacation until things settle down. The King fleeing to Britain, the Second Republic taking over, it's all crazy stuff. Anyway, before I left, you asked if I knew what happened to Falcon. Well, I got my hands on a copy of the official police report, and it says that Falcon died during the attack on the barricade. But it also says that the police didn't find a body, same as Leonie Beaumont. Weird, huh? I wondered if Falcon changed his identity for a third time. Poor guy. Rumor is that he was probably blown away by cannon fire, but that doesn't sound right to me. The Falcon I knew was tough and intuitive. I think he found a way to escape and survive. So in my opinion, he's still out there. It's possible, isn't it? Anyway, I should wrap this letter up because I'm about to reach my stop, Vienna. I'll let you know how Mademoiselle Cygna's parents are doing. Maybe you could come pay us a visit sometime. Send my regards to Mousy. Yours sincerely, Sparrowson. Yeah, at least Sparrowson gets a happy ending. I see a person selling Millerum strudel. I don't know what that is. Something German. What is it? PPS. Delicious. That's what. Yay, Sparrowson. Enjoy your
new life in Vienna, I guess. Oh, it's the end. I thought that would take significantly longer. There are probably other endings that you can get. I feel like there have to be more than two, because I think one of the selling points of the game was multiple endings. Anyway, classical music. Why is there a square on him? Where did the square come from? Why is there a square? I found an irregularity! There are a lot, I'm pretty sure. Probably, like, minor changes due to, like, what specific evidence you find, I'm sure. The question is, should I play through the game again? There are 3 endings for sure, and I can only imagine endings where you succeed and fail in A and B. It's them boys! Finn! That would be funnier if one of them was a fish. Ah, I have reached the end of Route C, Fraternity. The ending you receive was determined by the decisions you made in Chapter 3. Try tackling the trial in the catacombs differently in order to see a different ending. Alright. So I guess you can just start from the catacombs event then. Aha, 4A, 4B, 4C, so there's 3 of them. Chapter 3 is the major diversion point, one of which I know is when the rooster inspector asks you to investigate, you just say no. Well, let's see what that one is then. That seems easy. That's fast enough. You're overstepping your bounds as a defense attorney, etc., etc. Was this black last time? I don't remember. Are the glitches coming to me? As they often do? Yeah, I think it glitched my... Every time. It's not letting me advance. I'm clicking the screen. Okay, maybe we have to go back. Wait, without saving? Load a previous day. Load the second day. Okay. So at least it's not a just me situation. Alright. Let's have a friendly rendezvous. Brr. It's far too cold to be meeting on a rooftop cafe. Okay. Anyway. There he is. He's alive this time. Okay. Skip, I've already heard all this. Stop chattering. Let me say no, I don't want to investigate with you. Okay. There he is. The no arm of the law. Okay. Get on with it, get on with it, get on with it. Okay. I'm not sure if this actually matters. I'm gonna pick the same option I did last time. For the drama. Okay. Do you have any leads? Just one. Fuck monsieur, etc., etc. These guys really do talk a lot. Okay. Nope. Yeah, about the terrorists, don't care, sorry.
Come now, Falcon, let's not make hasty decisions. What would it take for me to change your mind?
Absolutely nothing. I appreciate the offer, Inspector, but my mind is made up.
That is most unfortunate. Well then, I shan't keep you any longer.
Thank you for your understanding. Come along, Sparrowson. We have business to attend to at the office. We do? Oh, right, we do.
Good day, Falcon.
Good day, Inspector. Good day, Severin. Falcon always was a little pig-headed. Maybe he feels put off by working with us roosters of justice.
Or maybe, dare I say, he feels sympathetic to the rebel cause.
In any case, I should probably start my investigation into the Croque Monsieur.
Not so fast, Monsieur Cocorico. There's something else we need to discuss.
I must say I'm a little disappointed, Falcon. I know that the Inspector is an unlikable nincompoop, but I was hoping that you could just slip past that and accept his offer. If not for the glory of serving France, then at least for the, you know, money. Oh, we have 70 francs, it's fine.
I think you misunderstand, Sparrowson. We aren't going to be sitting here twiddling our thumbs. But we don't have a case. No, but we have plenty of work to do. We must find this so-called crook monsieur and track down the rebels. Huh? You rejected the inspector's offer, but you're going to do the work anyway? I'm confused. Knowledge is power, Sparrowson. Let's say that we managed to learn exactly where the rebels are meeting. What can we do with that information? One option would be to offer our services to the rebel group. When they're inevitably arrested, we get to defend them in court. Another option would be to blackmail the rebels directly, extort them for money in exchange for not giving out their address. I don't like this discussion. Aren't we supposed to be the good guys? Well, if we wanted to play it perfectly straight, we could just give any information we find directly to the inspector. At least now we can do our investigation without having to play by the inspector's rules. That's true, I guess. Alright, you convinced me. We'll uncover the identity of the crook monsieur and we'll track down those rebels. And then we'll play it by ear. Yeah, we'll wing it.
Time to play tons of blackjack.
Where were places that we didn't go to last time?
Just to see.
Or we could do fetch quests. Okay. Excuse me, doctor. I just want to thank you for the antidote. And thank you for not letting me die of poison. Okay. Can I get an advance? Okay. Good suggestion. You do some pro bono work for me, I may be able to knock the bill down a little. Maybe to say 100 francs. Oh, that sounds much more manageable. What kind of legal work do you have in mind? Debt collection. Sounds fun. I'm sure it'll be a wonderful time. It'll be a nice change from this crook monsieur nonsense that I haven't actually done anything for. Yeah, give us the details, doctor.
There was a man I treated for a small injury a couple of years ago. He's been evading my attempts at collecting on his bill ever since. I wouldn't normally pursue medical bills so aggressively, but I know that the man is a successful inventor. He can easily afford to front the bill. I would greatly appreciate it if you would pay him a visit and strong-arm him into loosening his purse strings.
Well, I'm not making any promises, but maybe we can swing by the inventor's house if we have a free minute. Thanks, Falcon. And thank you, Doctor. We'll dedicate every waking moment to collecting this debt. Wait, I didn't agree to that. Every waking moment.
Do we know where the guy is?
Gustave Trouvé. Come in. Are you Mr. Gustave Trouvé?
I am, and you are?
Lawyers. Sent on behalf of Dr. Falret. We're here to collect a debt that you owe. It's time to pay up, monsieur.
Oh mon dieu, I completely forgot about that. Listen, I would be happy to pay, but it looks like I don't quite have enough money on hand. What to do? I know, I have a brand new invention that will blow the doctor's socks off. It's a device that will completely revolutionize the surgical field.
I imagine the doctor would prefer hard cash over some gadget.
No, trust me, this baby will easily be worth 10,000, no, 100,000 francs. The doctor will love it.
Alright then, hand the device over and I'll pass it along to Dr. Falret straight away.
Well, it's not that simple. The device isn't finished yet.
It's not finished?
I know exactly what needs to be done, but I'm missing some crucial parts. Perhaps if you had some time to spare, you could help me out? Run out and collect what I need?
What? No, monsieur, that's absurd. If you have shopping to do, then you should do it yourself. Falcon, please, help the man. I can't spend the rest of my life in debt. I'll have to run off and hide in Vienna. Alright. No need to get all panicky. We'll hear the man out, at least. Great, I'll take notes. What is it that you need, monsieur?
Let's see, I need a copper pot.
A pot? As in like a saucepan? What on earth for?
It's a necessary component of my invention. I can use it to build a portable electric battery. You see, when a zinc rod is suspended in sulfuric acid, accompanied by a copper surface, a current is generated.
Save me your scientific mumbo-jumbo. One metal pot should be trivial to acquire.
One copper pot.
Oh, the copper part is important. Okay, one copper pot. I wonder where we could find one of those. I've seen copper kettles at the Hell Market, although those things aren't too cheap. I can't help but feel that I saw a copper pot somewhere else.
What else? String. High-grade string to bind some components of the device together.
Seems simple enough. I imagine the Hell Market would have that in abundance. Can we really afford to blow our whole budget at the market, Falcon? Surely there's a cheaper way to acquire string. Look, I have a loose thread on my jacket. Take it.
The string must be higher quality than that, monsieur. I need something that's fishing line grade.
Oh, I see. Was there anything else that you wanted, monsieur? Some books, confectionaries, alcohol, groceries, perhaps?
No, that's everything.
Alright, I've got it all written down. Yay, shopping list.
You can steal. Oh boy.
I feel a little conned. We came here to collect on a debt and left with a shopping list. We're going to follow through and get Monsieur Trouvé's items, right? We'll see. I assume you get the fishing line from the totally not a fisherman. Oh hey, an exclamation mark. I had missed that last time. Let's see what that was.
What a view. You can see the July column so clearly from up here.
Cocorico, you're already here. You have news about the cook, monsieur, or is this about the other matter?
Here you go. As requested, the full register of those who entered Paris Law School and the full list of graduates.
Very good. Let's take a look.
Now, could you please tell me what this is about, Inspector? What exactly are you looking for?
Look at this list of graduates. Do you see any names you recognize?
Well, I see my own, class of 1837, and I see that moronic prosecutor Rupert Remington under class of 1846. Oh, and there's J.J. Falcon's name under the class of 1832.
Very good. Now take a look at this register page from 1829. See anything amiss?
Well, I don't see J.J.'s name, but I'm not quite sure what that implies, Inspector.
The explanation is simple. J.J. Falcon changed his name sometime between 1829 and 1832, right around the time of the July Revolution.
And why would he do that?
Why, indeed. Monsieur Cocorico, you and I are roosters. We are birds of justice, birds of French national pride. But Falcon, he's a bird of prey. It's in his very nature to draw his talons and lash out at those around him. I have no doubt that when the pressure rises, he will show his true colors.
I'm not sure if I agree with your personality assessment, Inspector. I've always suspected that JJ was a buffoon, an imbecile, and a troglodyte, but never would I describe him as a person of malice.
Time will tell.
Do you need me for anything else, Inspector, or shall I continue my investigation into the croque monsieur?
There is one more thing. Take this.
A pistol? No thank you, Inspector.
These are dangerous times. If you face a violent threat, you cannot hope to defend yourself with that riding crop of yours.
I'm well aware. I just find that these ghastly things tend to escalate situations rather than mitigate them.
That's what everyone says during peacetime. Take it. Thank me when it saves your hide.
Fine. I'll keep hold of it.
Well, Monsieur Cocorico, you have been most helpful.
I'm just doing my duty. Good day, Inspector.
On my throat. Ow. Okay. If you're doing everything one day and you had the money, you could buy it. Possibly. Where's the guy? The bridge, I think. Let's see if we can steal fishing line.
Well, if it isn't the rude lawyers. You know you owe me, big guy.
I owe you?
Yep, my fishing line snapped when I dragged you out of the water the other day. I had to buy a new reel. So the way I see it, you owe me 2 francs for the fishing line and 1 million for saving your life.
I don't have 1,002 francs.
Really? But you look so bourgeois. I'll tell you what, 2 francs for the line and we'll call it even.
Fine, we'll be nice so that maybe he'll give us fishing line. Okay. I'm not sure if we can actually get fishing line. It might have been a waste of time. Okay. Okay. How's fishing?
Today, not a kipper. This new fishing line is really good, but I run out of good bait, so it's practically useless by itself.
Hey, Falcon, do you think that fishing line would work as the high-grade string Monsieur Trouvé wanted?
Just might. Say, Monsieur Kingley, since you aren't catching anything, would it be possible for us to take that new fishing line off your hands?
Sure, what's it worth?
Didn't we already go over this fishing line payment business?
Yeah, but that was compensation for the old fishing line. If you want to buy this new line, that's a whole separate matter. Also, I saved your life, remember? And I was polite enough to not rub that fact in your face. Much.
Fine. How much did the new line cost?
10 francs.
There's no way that line cost 10 francs.
You're right, it cost 1, but I added a little markup.
That's obscene. Inflation, huh?
I guess it is a bit. I'll tell you what, if you can provide me with some killer bait, I'll give you the line for free.
Killer bait? Like worms?
Sure, worms, sweets, whatever. So what'll it be? Do you have some bait or do you just want to pay me the cash?
I'll give you cash. I don't have bait and I'm not gonna waste time. I'm done playing this stupid runner and fetch quest nonsense. Here's the 10.
Excellent, and here's your line.
Yay!
Wait, hold on. Now I have no line or bait. I didn't think this deal true. Oh well, can I help with something else?
No, we're good. Happy fishing. Bye, Monsieur Fisherman! Have a good time not fishing with your no line and no bait. Okay. We can steal from the Louvre, you say?
I love crime.
Okay. Anyway. No, my cult is so I'm not like other cults. Okay. Yeah, he'll just rebuy it. It's fine. He can buy like 5 fishing lines and a bunch of bait. Very familiar. Curious. Everybody look at each other. Okay. Goodbye. I love your cult. Wait. Talk to me more about your cult. Okay. Let's see, who had a question. Okay. It's us, the Philistines. Where can I find a copper pot to seal, please? What's the deal with the cultist? Okay. We have a pamphlet. Green ink. Here it is. Okay. I'm not sure if we actually have to ask all the questions. But, you know. Okay. I don't remember where anything is. This is the room we investigated during the Poison Rose case, right? Why are we back here? I can't help but feel that I saw something here a couple of weeks ago. Something that might be of use to us. Really? Alright, let's take a look around. Any plates? Pots? Plates back there. Some of these plates look like a suitable size, but I think they're made of bronze. That's no good. Okay. This urn. I remember it. It's the one that smelled of chocolate. Yes, but more importantly, it's made of copper. Why is that important? Oh, I see. You're thinking of Monsieur Trouvé's request. He wanted a copper pot, didn't he? This would do nicely. But this is a museum piece. We couldn't just take it. Could we? Couldn't we? I don't know. Could we? We could. You want to be a museum robber, Sparrowson? You want to turn to a life of crime? It's been my lifelong dream. I'm so glad you agree. Marvelous. Put this urn under your coat. It won't look suspicious in the slightest. That's not going to fit under my coat. You're already weirdly shaped. No one will see anything out of the ordinary. Hey. Very sneaky. He just has a hunchback. It's fine. What else should we steal? Nothing. We're going to leave before we draw suspicion. How about a painting? Just a small one no one will care about. Like the Mona Lisa. Let's steal the Mona Lisa. Let's not. Ah, it's disappeared from the background. I don't think it actually matters, but okay. Yeah, it's just... Well, none of these are useful. We can't spend all day robbing Roman artifacts, I suppose, so where to next? I'm such a bad influence. He's been a little thief throughout this whole game. He's been pickpocketing people, I think, if I remember right. Ew! There was a funny line about the iron pot. Oh well. Gosh darn. I don't know if any of this matters. Skip past it. Sounds profitable. You betcha. Ka-ching. Anyway, did you want something else? Okay. I like watching it like move between the characters really fast. Okay. Back to here. That was our spot, right? Yeah, now we can leave. Goodbye, everybody. Yay. I love wasting investigation time. Okay.
Come in. Ah, choo-choo. Have you managed to gather the materials I need?
Yes, monsieur, the string and copper pot, exactly as described. Here you go.
What is this? Where did you get this pot? It looks like it belongs in a museum or something.
It was a little tricky to procure the necessary items, but with a bit of asking around, he managed to find suitable substitutes.
There's a general store down the street that sells string and discounted copper pots and the like. I assumed you would have gone shopping there.
Well, that wasn't an option on the map, so we stole.
Well, no matter, no matter. Give me 1 minute and I'll finish assembling the device.
Oh god, he's exploding things over there.
Ta-da! May I proudly present to you Gustave Trouvé's Magnificent Explorer Extractor Surgical Device. Trademarked, patent pending.
It looks like a pair of kitchen tongs hooked up to a stewing pot. Like, great, I wasn't expecting something so low-tech and, well, bad.
Perhaps a demonstration is in order. 1 moment, if you please.
Psst, Falcon. The thing looks like junk. This whole fetch quest has been a waste of our time.
I suspect that the man was delusional from the very start. I would explain why he was being treated by a mental health professional. There's nothing to be done, though. Let's just humor Gustave until we get an opportunity to leave. Cut our losses. What about my medical debt?
Time for a demonstration. Get ready to have your stockings blown off, messieurs. So, here we have one regular piece of meat. Imagine, if you will, that this is a soldier.
Okay, the meat is a soldier. An oddly shaped and potentially tasty soldier.
And here we have a small piece of iron. Imagine, if you will, that this is a musket ball. So our soldier is wandering through a battlefield, not a care in the world, when all of a sudden, bam, the person has been shot. The musket ball has been embedded in the man's flesh.
I'm scared, Falcon. He slammed that metal in the meat like a madman.
Quick, messieurs, you're a battlefield medic. The soldier is wounded, and you have precious little time. What do we do?
Mouth to mouth.
We smooch him.
Okay. Well, I'm no surgeon, but I think most doctors would feel around for the muscle ball fragments and then carefully use a scalpel.
How archaic, how slow, how imprecise. Now I hear you wondering, Monsieur Trouvé, surely there must be a better way.
I wasn't...
Well, wonder no more. Behold, the Explorer Extractor. Watch as I power up the device. And then, as I move the detector component over the meat...
Is that thing humming?
It is, monsieur. When the electromagnet component of the Explorer Extractor detects a piece of iron, the device vibrates and emits a soft hum.
I must say I'm actually impressed, monsieur. A device that can detect metal beneath flesh. That's innovative. I've never heard of such a thing before. Yeah, but why limit it to battlefield surgery? You could repurpose that thing to be some sort of treasure hunting device. That would make you really rich.
Hold your horses, messieurs, hold your horses. I'm not done yet. You've only seen half of the device's capabilities, the exploration part. Now you can witness the second, extraction.
Oh, good lord. did that thing just... Yep, sucked out that bullet like a pip from a grapefruit.
Behold, the original piece of iron removed swiftly and precisely from the flesh. So what do you think? Pretty revolutionary, huh?
I think that meat looks a lot less appetizing than before. It's practically exploded.
I have no idea what to think.
Oh wait, was that the... Did I read that in the wrong voice? Possibly. Mr. Trouvé, you're a strange and mildly terrifying individual, but I cannot fault the innovation of your device. We shall pass it along to Dr. Fowler and let him decide its worth. Yay, the exploder. Okay.
Thank you. I'm sure the good doctor will approve.
I'm hungry. Let's pick up some steaks on the way back to the office. Let's not. Yay! I love a good waste of time. Okay. Well, we can go back to the doctor.
Ah, you've returned. Were you successful?
Well, Monsieur Trouvé didn't have any money, but he did give us something that he claimed to be extremely valuable. Go ahead, take it. He said you could keep it.
What is this?
Monsieur Trouvé called it an Explorer Extractor. He said it would revolutionize the medical field. I don't quite understand how it works, but maybe I could demonstrate it if you have a piece of meat and a lump of metal handy?
Monsieur Falcon, Monsieur Sparrowson, I sent you to retrieve owed money. Instead you returned several days late with this child's toy. Just forget it. Forget the whole task. It was foolish of me to rely on private attorneys, and it was foolish of me to assume that a crazed inventor would produce money when asked. Keep your toy. Good day, messieurs.
So, do I get a discount on my bill? Dr. Fowler, about the discount? Oh, he's gone. Sorry, Sparrowson, doesn't look like you'll be getting your discount. Well, there go my year's wages. So, what do we do now? Get back to our investigation in the Croque-Monsieur and the rebels, I assume. We wasted precious time on this fool's errand. Yay! Okay. Does that affect anything at all? Well, I guess we'll just go to wherever we didn't go last time. Where did we not go last time? Here, let's go waste some time at the chocolate area.
Welcome. Ha, it's you two again.
You remember us? I guess that's no surprise.
Of course I remember. You are the messieurs who ask many questions and buy little chocolate.
I'm afraid we have more questions today, Monsieur Hagelstock. Thanks for being patient with us.
You heard of the Croque-Monsieur?
You sell chocolate to a lot of people? Have you come across any unsavory characters in your occupation?
Of course. One time I was hiking through the mountains of the Netherlands, and I was accosted by an overzealous tulip salesman.
I threw a fistful of Dutch rubles at him and made a hasty retreat. Can't help but wonder about the legitimacy of Lander's stories, but for some reason his tangential rants don't bother me. Let me be more specific. We're looking for a person called the Croque-Monsieur. Does that name sound familiar?
No, monsieur.
How about an uprising?
Why, monsieur, there are always rumors of rebellion in Paris. The citizens whisper in the shadows, the bourgeois cower in fear.
Yes, but have you personally heard anything specific? No, monsieur. Okay, bye. We squandered it!
You may have noticed that this is, in fact, a chocolate shop.
You're getting ashes all over everything, so I'm not sure it's very appealing.
I am of much better service as a chocolate salesman than a rumor monger.
Of course. May I have a recommendation? I'm looking to buy a box of chocolates for a friend. May I have a recommendation? Could it be? Am I the friend Falcon? Is this a gift for me?
Certainly, monsieur. If you're looking for something romantic, then perhaps an elegant heart-shaped selection from Tuscany would suit you.
Romantic, you say?
I don't feel that way about you, Falcon, but
how could I decline such a scrumptious gift? No, that wouldn't work. Do you have anything that would be suitable for any occasion?
then perhaps you want this box of 20 creamy chocolate swirls from London. They are very sweet. Nobody can resist.
Yes, those are perfect. Take them, Falcon. Take them. Pity sakes, Barrison. Why are you being so fidgety? No reason. Cut it out. It's weird. I think those work nicely, Monsieur Hagelslack. How much are they?
5 francs, perhaps a little steep for some, but I assure you that their quality more than justifies the price tag.
I'll take them. Let me have them wrapped?
Certainly, monsieur. One moment, if you please.
Falcon.
What is it?
I just want to say you've been a great friend and an inspirational mentor. I have ample amounts of respect for you as a person, and you do know that these chocolates aren't for you, right? Oh. Yeah, I knew that. Good, just making sure. You're breaking my heart, Falcon.
Here you are, monsieur. I'm sure the recipient will enjoy them.
Yay, my evidence. And thank you for putting up with our endless questions.
It's been my pleasure, monsieur.
We truly do not deserve Sparrowson. He is such a good boy. Okay. We didn't go here either. Let's waste some more time just to see all the dialogues. Or did we? No, I don't think we did. Okay.
Ah, you there. I remember you. You guys can help me out with this little dilemma.
What is it, mademoiselle?
Which country is better, Great Britain or the United States of America?
USA! USA! Because they kicked Britain's derriere in the battlefield, right? Well, sure that, but also because they are proving themselves to be a unique and formidable nation. They love revolutions, and so do the French. It's quite remarkable what they've achieved in such a short period of time.
You prefer the USA, huh? There is a lot of opportunity there.
What's this about, mademoiselle?
Well, I'm thinking of taking a trip. A long trip. Everywhere I go in Paris, people are angry and depressed. It's like violence is about to break out at any moment. I've saved up enough, so I'm going to get out of here. Follow my dream of starting a new life overseas.
Who's going to look after Chateau Criniere?
Well, with the Baron's, passing, they've decided to auction off his estate. I think the de Miau's were showing some interest in the household, so I guess they can handle the household duties themselves.
The de Miau's, you say? Interesting.
Anyway, this might be the last time we'll see each other, so I'll just say, au revoir, Sparrowson. Au revoir, Monsieur Falcon.
Farewell, mademoiselle. I wish you a pleasant voyage. So long, mademoiselle. Don't let those Yanks push you around. Hey, Falcon, I think we forgot something. The rebels, the Croque Monsieur, all that juicy investigation stuff, we're supposed to be asking questions. Oh, right, that completely slipped my mind. That's no matter. Colleen didn't seem like the type to get involved with rebels and arms dealers. She probably knew nothing. I suppose. In any case, she seems to be the only one with enough sense to escape before the violence starts. Yeah. Yeah, French would never say anything positive about Britain. Okay. I'm sure none of this really matters. What day are we on? I'm trying to decide. Should I maybe try and see, like, the most amount of evidence we can possibly gather and see if that helps our guy not get killed? I feel like he's required to die for plot purposes, but... because I'm sure all of this wasting of time just means that he just dies horribly. Where's the... oh, it's up here. I think I'm gonna decide to go for... yeah, I'm gonna decide to go for trying to see as much evidence as we can possibly get. Okay. Ta-dun. Okay, place to Bastille. Anyway, skip all the dialogue. That's the problem with story games, is if you want to look at all that wiggling. Oh my god! Ah, what happened? I accidentally clicked out of the game. I don't know how I did that. Going to V&M day one is optimal. Okay. No, let's skip past all of our stuff. Man, okay, but as I was saying, the problem with these games is that if you want to get a bunch of endings, you have to skip past a lot of dialogue that you've already gotten. Getting the Book of Judges at the tavern is also something you need to ace up lest you miss your chance to meet the croc. Okay. Let's just keep saying Tara. I don't really care what else he has to say. Okay. Great. God, you talk a lot. I'm glad I don't have to do your voice anymore right now, though, because it hurts my throat a little. Okay, we're on board. Yay. Hipsters. I don't think hipsters existed in 1800s France. Okay. Yay, let's go save France. Okay. Arnhem. Let's see what's up with the boys. Okay. First things first. Would you get some? I guess some tea. Let's pick a new tea.
Darjeeling would be divine.
It's so stupid to call things divine. I don't know why in my brain it's just like, ugh, that sounds like you're trying way too hard. Okay.
It would be divine. Absolutely top drawer, Mumsy.
Okay. Let's get down to business. What'd you come here for? Remember uprising? Etc. etc. You already asked him both these questions. How about the croak? Okay. Anyway, give me my croak information. I have 120 francs. Sure. Very good. Okay, return in 3 days or later, and I will tell you where you can be found. Okay. That is all. Okay. He looks so evil. Look at it. Why is his eyebrow shaped like that? Okay. New day. And then to the tavern. Right here. No drinking, Bad Falcon. Okay. Give me information, woman. Come on, come on. I need the lore. Okay. Alright. Da-da-da-da. Eavesdroppers. What did I say last time? I think I just asked what they were talking about. What did I just say? Hey, you heard of the guy? Have you heard of a man called Falcon? Wait. I think I actually might have picked that one last time. Where did you get the I forget what I did last time. Evidently. Okay. Anyway, shut up about guns though. Just tell me the guy. Thank you. It would be much easier if we just take this. Book of Judges? What is this? Some sort of law book? Okay. The Book of Judges. From the Bible. Ah. Okay. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Thank you for the book. Appreciate it. What were you talking about? I would like to include you in our conversation, but I don't think it's any of your business. We do? Listen here, you. Hold on, Pierre, let me handle this. Listen, messieurs, I've seen you two around a couple of times. We're acquaintances, I suppose. I know that your line of work involves investigation. I must assume you're some sort of detective or prosecutor. Am I far off the mark? Okay. Okay, goodbye. You two seem like decent fellows. You shouldn't get involved. Too bad. Okay. I think we could just leave.
Oh, let's go.
Okay. What was this? Did I miss this last time? Oh wait, no, I think I... Yeah, this is these guys. Okay, I already read this. Oh well. I didn't want to miss a possible exclamation mark. I forgot that I clicked on this one last time. Okay, anyway, the lore. You keep swinging back and forth. Okay. So the manor house is nothing. I don't know if the prison is anything. Okay, well the Louvre, you see the guy.
The wolf.
Okay. Yes, yes, you're called, etc., etc. Doesn't his face look familiar? Very familiar. Curious. I said that exact line last time, I think. Okay. Investigation time. To the garden. I don't know why the symbol shake, like, freaks me out a little bit every time. I just don't expect it. Okay. What's the deal with the cultist? Please give me cultist information. Thank you. What about the uprising? What kind of rumors? I don't remember who I get evidence from. I think this guy gives you the paper, although I don't know if that actually means anything. Let's deal with the cultist. There's our paper. I think you're fully prepared to save the rooster. Let's see if either of us gets to save the rooster. How about an uprising? Okay. That is all good, sir. No trouble. Okay. I don't think there's anything in here at all, but, you know. Just to be thorough. Unless we need any priceless Roman artifacts. Not this time. Okay. Let's go. Melting. You poor thing. Okay. Has it been 3 days? I think when it was the right day, that didn't take any time, so I don't have to do that right now. Notre Dame? I'm like freaked now. Because what if I mess up? Okay. I'm not sure if there's anything on the bridge. I'm not sure if the guy gave us any lore on the bridge. Oh, when it gets the evidence, does it normally not take time? I don't know, I'm stupid. I don't remember. I guess we'll click on it. Why not? They have the evidence now? Okay, yeah. I am not good at remembering. I would like the bad news first. Refuse to speak with anyone who does not know a secret password. I'm afraid I was unable to procure it. That's the good news. Okay. The monkey woad. Brutal marmoset on Friday. Okay. Yeah. Okay, so... I think at the library they told us, like, the code phrase or whatever.
Time to hit the books.
I just thought of actually hitting the books that I'm using as a microphone stand, but that would probably not be a fun sound. Okay.
Oh, the two harlequins.
Okay. Heard of the Croque Monsieur? Sandwich, of course. Okay. I've had an uprising. Paris uprising. Okay. That's all I know. Dang. Okay, so that was a waste, I guess. Gosh darn. Okay. Okay. Here for a little prayer. Don't have the evidence he needs to examine. Dang. I'm hoping that didn't waste too much time. I don't really want to have to start it over. Okay, I'm not sure how the saving works exactly. Okay. Control with the law. Could you take a look at this? You have a single day of leeway. Okay. Well, that was my single day of leeway, I guess. Jeez. God. Scary. Maybe I should just look up a guide. Did you take a look at this? We heard you give a special passage readings. Okay. Samson, etc., etc. Okay. It's... I don't know what I said last time. I don't know if it matters. You understand the passage? That's delightful to hear. Okay. The key word of the day is Adam. That's the name of the cave where he hid. Adam, got it. I'll make a note. It's for you to learn on your own, my brothers. Okay. What's with your scaffolding? Little repair, little renovation. It's no secret the cathedral's seen better days. Okay. Anyway. That is all, sir. Thank you. Oh, now I'm afraid to make any decisions ever. Okay, it's not there. It's not there. Oh, there's... I'm afraid! Okay, if I do this wrong, I'll probably just, like, look it up. Because I'm lazy. I hope this is a useful place to be. Judge Maxime. Okay. Please tell me everything you know about the rebels. Where the Croque Monsieur? The arms dealer. Okay. You heard rumors of an uprising. So many. We love those uprisings. Good old uprisings. Okay. Well, I guess that was useless. Dang. It's Wednesday. We might have wasted some time. Okay. You're looking for a Quark. Where is he? Could be his day off. Pick up chocolate just in case. Could be his day off. Maybe we can come back another time. Okay, I squandered that as well. I'm gonna have to look for a guide or something, because I'm not good at being intelligent. Did you get the medical device this run? No. Should I just restart and like look up what I'm supposed to do? I really don't
I don't believe I've done this correctly. But no, I did not get the medical device because it took time and I was afraid it was wasting time. Okay. Fine, here's your money. We have some questions. So you're the croque monsieur. Doesn't ring any bells. Wasted time. How's the fishing? Okay. Okay, now that's all. I think I'm gonna just restart it. Okay, there were more. Oh hey, it's the guy. Eat him. Okay. Information? I told my customers it wouldn't be good for my reputation, now would it? Just kidding. Money beats integrity any day. Well, I have $88. That seems a little steep.
This intel is probably worth 50,000 right to the Parisian police. I'm giving you a bargain. Listen, you pay me the full 500 right now, and I'll tell you exactly when and where you can find the rebels.
You take checks.
Very funny. And no, I don't take pocket lint either. It's cold hard Napoleon's only.
Jeez, it's the cops.
Okay. I should probably just start over. This is like, no, I believe this has been totally worthless. Okay.
Time to skip past more dialogue. My favorite.
Okay. And I'm going to look up. I'm going to look up what we're supposed to do. I don't trust myself to not mess something up unless I'm just actually following a list of objectives. So let's see. You get to stare at game doing nothing while I Google some stuff. Okay. Let's see. I hate that when I Google anything about this game, the first thing that comes up is like 5 different ads for, do you need legal advice? No, I do not. I am trying to play bird game. Okay. Oh god. Mucho texto. Give me a sec. Give me a sec. Riveting content. Oh man. Oh man. Oh god. I can't read all this text all at once. My brain shuts off when I see a bunch of text on a page, and it freaks me out. JJ Falcon is the first man I go to for legal advice, along with Phoenix Wright. A couple of bird lawyers. Yeah, time to look at Steam guides. I appreciate you putting your deep lore, your mental map in chat, but if I scroll through chat messages, I'm going to confuse myself about the timeline. So I need it all written down. Okay. Let me see. Okay. So apparently what we need is the Explorer Extractor, the Street Lamp Glass, the Fountain Pen, and the Signed Cult Guide. Okay. So, let's see if I can figure this out reasonably quickly. Okay. The Place de la Bastille. I've actually never played a Phoenix Wright game. I feel like I should. Everybody on the internet seems to have played a Phoenix Wright game at some point. So
Severin! Okay. The only thing I know about Phoenix Wright is that all of the characters have, like, ridiculous pun names. like, if somebody dies, their, like, name will be a pun on, like, I was murdered. Or, like, that guy named, like, Red White, who owns a company called, like, Blue Company. And he's, like, American, I guess, because it's a Japanese game. Fountain pen is what you get from bringing the librarian the Croc shopping list and then taking his information to the Notre Dame. Okay. Hipsters. It's true. The other day I was called a pop-loving pleb for enjoying Chopin. Now's not the time for joking, you two. The inspector's obviously talking about the growing rumors of an uprising. Okay. Yeah, anyway, shut up about your hipster stuff. Okay. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Move that camera around. Shaky cam it. Come on, come on, come on. Okay. I'd be honored to tell my country. Yay, national pride. Come on, come on, come on. Phoenix Wright 1 was a serious critique of the Japanese legal system through Funny Legal Man. The second game kind of went more funny. I mean, you can't make, like, 1,000 games all with the same, I don't know, main critique, because people will probably just kind of get sick of it. So eventually you just kind of have to get silly. Okay. One moment. Okay. We'll go to the lads. My good buddies. The last case before the update specifically hinged on a legal quirk of Japan that was messed up and has since then been patched. Ooh, what was the legal quirk? The only thing I really know about the Japanese legal system is that if you're like a minor, you just get away with crimes. Like, you can just do any crime that you want, and let's say, oh, but he's just a little guy. He's just a little dude, and also it's his birthday. He's a little birthday boy. You can let him loose. Statute of limitations on murder. Okay, have you heard of the Corpsier? I feel like there should not be a statute of limitations on murder. I don't know if that's actually the law anywhere, but I feel like if you murder somebody, you should get in trouble, like, no matter how long ago it was. Statute with a T at the end, if I remember right. I don't think this is, like, statute of limitations related, but I did have, like, I don't know, I'm not sure if it's an argument or whatever, but I had a spirited discussion with my dad and my sister. It was me and my sister ganging up on him because we were like, there's a thing where, like, if you are an informant, and not necessarily an informant, because informant kind of seems like a job description, but, like, if you are a member of a crime, if you and somebody that you know did a crime, and you can take, like, a deal to be like, oh, but if you tell the police everything that you know about the crime, then you can't get in trouble for it. And they give you that deal before they know exactly, like, who committed the crime, because they're just looking for information. So if, like, you're the guy that did the murder, and then they give you that deal, and you say, oh, by the way, I did the murder actually, they can't get you in trouble for the murder that you did, because they promised they wouldn't. And that's, like, an actual thing. So, like, a guy can be like, there can be two suspects for murder. They can accidentally go to the guy who's the murderer and say, hey, tell us everything you know about the murder and we won't put you in prison. And they'll be like, sick, I'll take that deal. I did it. And then they just have to let him go. It's insane. I hate that. We, like, argued with him for, like, 20 minutes. We were like, Dad, that's the stupidest thing I've ever heard. What do you mean? And he's very knowledgeable on the law. So he was like, no, that's how it works. You can get them for something else, but you can't get them for the thing that you, like, said that you promised that you wouldn't get them for. Anyway, what am I doing? I forget again. Okay. We need to visit the bar. Come on, ma'am. Please. Statute of limitations was first invented in Rome. If you lend anyone any item for 30 years, you can't take these backsies. Nice. Yeah, if you start walking back, nobody will take the deal again, so you just have to, like, let them go. You can try to get them for something else that is not necessarily what the deal was about, but, like, if they confess to being the murderer, you can't put them in jail for murder. You have to do another... You have to figure out what other crimes they did, like, in the doing of it. Okay. Which, like, makes me actually mad when I think about it, because I hate crime. I'm like haha funny crime in like a video game. I love doing crime because it's funny, but in real life I'm like, if you're a criminal, like, die actually for real. Where'd you get your rifle? Who manufactured it, etc, etc. And my crime thing though is that, like, most people who don't like the if you do this crime we kill you penalty, most people who don't like that don't like it because they're like, no, killing people is wrong, you can't eye for an eye it. But I think that it's stupid because I think you should just lock an evil criminal in a room forever and just, like, let them think about what they've done. They have to be in timeout solitary forever. But apparently that's cruel and unusual or something. Okay. Anyway, my book. What were you talking about? I'm not sure if we got any further information out of this. You wanna join? Come on, come on, come on. Okay, goodbye. See you later, boys! Okay, come on, come on, come on. You people talk too much. Why are the French so wordy? Let's go. Let's make a move. Okay. And now we need to go to Notre Dame. Notre Dame. I feel like every time a French word comes up, I pronounce it slightly differently. Okay. Yes, he's an evil wolf, I understand. This game is very racist towards wolves. Take a look at our book, please. Thank you. We do give special passage readings, etc, etc, Samson, etc, etc. I love that. I love eye for an eye justice anyway. Thanks. What's with your scaffolding, by the way? Okay. Goodbye. Speedrun. Every wolf is evil. I'm not kidding. It's like orcs. It's like orcs in fantasy. Always bad. Okay. So then we go back to the lads. Good. Great. Wonderful. Tell me everything you know. Tell me all your bad news. Okay. The Monkey Road. I do like that they just call each other bird brain. Imagine when, like, if you're being stupid, your friend just calls you human brain. Okay, the only day we can meet with the Croque Monsieur is Friday, February 4th. Okay. So I guess we do other stuff until then? Right? What day is it? It is Sunday, so we have like a whole week to do other stuff. So I guess we can go to the Louvre. Where the Louvre? Discussion of works and fantasies. It's dumb. They're cartoons, they're not real, they're fake. You can do whatever you want with a cartoon as long as you're having fun with it. That's my fiction opinion. My hot take. Where were we going? We were going to the Louvre. My hot take is that fiction isn't real, so as long as it serves your story or your plot, or like you think it's funny or interesting, you can do whatever you want. If you're not a coward. You're not a weenie. Okay.
The resemblance is uncanny. It's almost like he's literally the same guy.
Okay. Where was it? It was the gallery, right? I think it was the gallery? It's okay for Falcon to have a tasteful amount of bird racism. It's the 1800s. I'm sure they were plenty racist in the 1800s. People, that was like the national pastime other than revolutions was being racist. Okay. What's the deal with the cultist? Give us that paper, thank you. Okay. Happy reading! Okay. Do you know what I'm browsing? Okay, goodbye. The all foxes are shitty looking, yeah. It's like, why are you ragging on foxes, dude? I mean, her single fox that we have, I will admit, does look a bit shady, a little slightly shady, but like, he's nice, I think. Okay. And now we have to get the doctor item. I don't think we actually got any information from anybody else, but I do want to just check. Because I immediately forget everything that everybody says to me after they're done saying it. I'm gonna send you Romulus' comment. I took a screenshot of it. What was it? What did he say? I need to know. Was he like... was he like aghast at their fox racism, or was he like, yeah, I mean, you're right, they are. Okay. Rebellion. Sounds dangerous. Goodbye. Okay, so we don't actually get any information from him. Understood. I think we can leave, right? Yeah, we can leave. That was the only thing that we had to do, was get our paper. Okay. Did we go to the doctor? I don't think we didn't go to the doctor, right? We don't need to rely on stereotypes and racism now. As a society, we can hold back animals we don't like through much more subtle institutional means. He's right. You can be sneaky about it. Okay. We didn't go to the doctor yet. So we need to talk to the doctor and then do our device. Okay. Etc, etc, etc. That is a very large needle. I'm not a fan of that needle. That's the needle that they use to take your bone marrow out for a bone marrow transplant. Okay. Okay. I'm trying so hard to be like efficient about it, but there's so many possible things that I can do that it's like spooking me. Okay. Lords, let's talk. Riveting gameplay. The hypest gameplay on YouTube. Okay. Okay. You do in fact have some freedom of the order of activities. The order of operations. Okay, let me read my let me read my guide again, because I didn't do the thing that you're supposed to do with a recipe, which is read the whole thing all the way through to like make sure that there aren't like secret hidden steps that you're not going to be able to do in time. Okay. Visit the inventor. He'll offer to build you a device. You can buy these at Le Hal, or you can buy fishing line string from Toussaint. I'm gonna... I hate that it's just a save and quit option and not just a plain save option, because they make me nervous when it's a save and quit. I feel like something horrible's gonna happen. forgot Dad's salts were cooked. Oh no. We'll save. Okay, continue. Hopefully that worked. I hope that didn't waste any time. Okay, I think we have money, so we can just go to Lahal and get that done in one day. We need a copper pot and a piece of string. Such a spider's soul restorer. Too pricey. Let's take it down a notch. Okay, how about that place over there? Harry Hippopotamus's Pottery and Haberdashery. That name just rolls off the tongue. Still too pricey. We're buying for a mad scientist, not for the Queen of England. Oh no, we have 90 francs. What about that little stand? Ruse odds and ends? Looks cheap, and I even see a copper kettle in the back. Now we're talking. Excuse me, madam. Oh, hey, it's her. Wait, those two look familiar. I recognize you. Weren't you two begging outside Chateau Crenier a couple of weeks ago?
Yeah, that was us. Thanks for your generosity, monsieur. We put your money to good use, see? We started a business. At Ruse Odds and Ends, we sell everything.
Oh no, I got the pamphlet. I maybe did that slightly out of order. If you go to the guy, the inventor guy, and then go to the... my brain. The museum, then you can get two things done at once, but whatever. Hopefully that didn't ruin anything too hard. I suppose congratulations are in order. It's no small feat to pull yourself out of the streets of today's economy. So, do we get a discount?
A discount?
Well, we did help kickstart your little enterprise. I suppose we are investors of sorts.
Sorry, messieurs, no discounts. You gave us a donation out of the generosity of your hearts. Because you're such nice people. But maybe we can help you out. What is it that you wanted?
We see a copper kettle in your stall. How much is it?
30 francs.
We'll take it.
And here's a kettle.
Okay. Do you have any string or fishing line?
Looks to be 10 meters or so. Would that work?
15. Sure. Anything for you, miss.
Pleasure doing business with you, monsieur.
Okay, we're good.
Come back soon.
It's like putting lettuce under the patty. It's probably fine. Is that like some kind of, I don't know, hamburger crime? I don't know. What's the accepted way to put together a burger? Okay. Yes, monsieur. It's a little tricky to procure the necessary items, but with a bit of asking around, we managed to find suitable substitutes. Okay. Well, you didn't tell us about that store. Do your stupid device. This is a time-sensitive operation, Gustav. Okay. Yay, device time. Explode some meat, dude. Battlefield surgery. Okay. It's such a gross noise. Okay. Yay! Good job exploding that guy's limb or whatever. Okay. We can go to the Rue des Marmosettes. Is that him? Whoa. It's the guy. Okay, eat him. Okay. I'm not really sure if it matters what you say to him, but whatever. I think that's the one that I picked the first time, so. I don't know what kind of cash we know. Okay. Go chase him and steal his, shopping list. Okay. Severn, I'm trying so hard not to get you killed, Anne. I promise I'll keep you alive this time, I swear. Okay. Anyway. I'm gonna be an honest boy. Okay. Ah, poor Sparrowson. He's so oddly shaped, it makes it hard for him to run. We're doing it for our boy. Okay. Great. Did you get your paper? I think you need to exercise more. He's just a little guy. Okay. Okay, that's a shopping list. City that sleeps a lot. Okay. The glass. Great. We have glass shards. I don't know if any of this is necessary, but just skipping through, just in case. Okay. I think that was. Oh no, it's not. An empty card. Somebody has scrawled the word Descartes on it. The owner's name, perhaps? I don't think so, Falcon. See the graffiti on the wall behind you? Day wall. Somebody thinks day funny. Good. New text. Okay. I think that's all. We're done here. Okay, so what do we need? Oh my god. Oh, my brain. Okay, so now we need to go to the library and ask about the sleeping city. I'm fairly certain I already saw that. I don't want to click on it again. I don't care that much. Okay. So, the library. Okay. Tell me about the catacombs.
Duh.
Okay. Just ask me your trivia question. Oh my god. They talk so much. Of course. Okay. Tell us about the catacombs. Oh, we had too many dead guys, so we put them all in a cave. Okay. Great, great, that's all. Thank you for your time. Okay, wait, what do I have in my evidence? Okay. Crocs invoice, glass, signed guide, explorer extractor. Okay. So I think the only thing we need now is the pen. Let me just check. Riveting. I am reading the game facts guide. Okay. Yeah, I think I'm not even sure if we have to go to the doctor. Oh, it doesn't take up time. But because we already have the object in our possession, so I don't think we really need to talk to the doctor and have him tell us, you idiot, whatever, keep it, because, like, we already have it, so. It would just be more skipping through dialogue that doesn't really matter. Okay. Don't go into the caves, you'll die. Loud and clear, I totally am going to do whatever you tell me. Goodbye. Okay. Yeah, so we have all the evidence, I think. We love reading. Reading's my favorite. Okay. Okay. The internet says that you can buy chocolate for the guy to let you into the I should have checked how much money I have. I don't think it really matters. The game said that you can buy chocolate and the guy will let you into the caves without you having to pay. So I guess unless there's something else that I might need to get, I think yeah, I think we can just buy some chocolate. Oh god, I should have checked to see how much money I had. I think the chocolate only costs like $5, right? Or 5 francs. Do you know of an uprising? Here, the cups here. That's all. Okay. May I have a chocolate recommendation, please? Surely I'm not that poor. I have 45 francs, so we're fine. Anyway. Aw, I can't believe we gave Sparrowson false hope. Poor guy. Look at his cute little big ol' round eye. Like, only hope and love in those eyes. Okay. Okay. Yay, chocolate. And then the case ends on Wednesday. I'm referring back to the thing because I'm afraid I'm gonna mess it up. Okay, we steal the pen. We got our cult papers. We got our bullet object. Explorer, extractor device, broken street lamp, fountain pen, and sign cult guide. We have all of them. Okay. So I think we can just do anything for our single day of leeway. It probably doesn't even really matter. I don't know why I'm just like afraid that if I pick something, it'll ruin the game somehow and I'll lose. Let's just go to the Rue des Marmosettes. No sign of the croque monsieur. Now we're good. Okay, that is our day wasted. Our single day of leeway wasted. Oh my god, an event at the Rue des Marmosettes? Anyway, oh, you have to like hold down on the skip button to make it skip. Okay. I think we're getting close to unraveling this whole rebellion nonsense. We're nearly there. Okay. It's in Cocorico. Whoa, crazy. Okay. Why would he go alone? I don't know. We have to go help him, right? If the trade was at midnight last night, it's 10 o'clock now, he might still be okay. You're right. Grab your coat, we're going to save Severin. Really? Are you serious? Absolutely. I know we can do it. With all the investigating we've done over the last couple of weeks, I think we know the rebels better than they know themselves. We can find them, we can outwit them, and we can bring Severin home alive. Wow, you're bursting with confidence. But where are we going? Was Severin's letter not clear? He was investigating the room de Marmoset, so that's where we should start. Yeah, let's go. I think we did it correctly. Let's go! The croque monsieur got killed, let's go! Okay. Come on, Sparrows, and keep up. No time for wheezing. If Cocorico was last seen around here, then there has to be a clue nearby. Right. Okay. The blood. There's a pool of blood here. Looks fresh. Cocorico's? I see drag marks heading toward that tunnel, which leads straight to the sun. If I had to guess, someone was killed here last night. Their body was hastily disposed of in the river. But I see several sets of bloody footprints, too. Some are faint, but they head that way towards the main road. So we could still be alive. Let's see where the footprints go. To Notre Dame. I hope we can do it. Okay. Let's keep following the blood trail. Should we get the police involved? Let me refer back to my guide. I don't think it really matters. I don't think it really matters what we pick here. Let's tell the cops, just in case. Okay. Or not. Anyway, to the catacombs. I am indeed a slave to the guide.
Man, I'm famished. When is that mouthy parrot gonna relieve me of duty so I can go grab a snack?
Ooh, our snack. Okay. The catacombs, crazy. Here's a present. Must be tired to stand there all day all night. I bet you would love something to eat.
Now that you mention it, what you got?
Okay. Box of irresistible creamy chocolate swirls. Harrison can barely contain himself around them. Sorry, kid. Here you go, monsieur.
Yeah, that's the jackpot right there. Gimme, gimme, gimme.
So what do you say, monsieur? Can we go on?
Yeah, no problem. That's the door behind me. I ain't stopping you.
Is the door to the catacombs? It's that simple?
Yeah, it's that simple. What were you expecting, a hidden bookcase or something? Go on, go look. Suckers. Walking straight into a pitch-black maze without even a torch. I wonder, will they get lost and starve or find the crazy lion girl and get shot? Either way, ain't my problem.
Okay. Oh, it's so dark. Okay. Here's nothing. Okay. Do our choices of which way we go really matter? I feel like... let me just see. Go through the breezy passage and the passage of light. Okay, so what I did in the beginning, I don't know if, I didn't know if it mattered. I didn't know if this was a thing that it just like gives you different flavor text or whatever. Follow the light path. It's definitely getting lighter. Okay. Voices. It's kind of funny though that like they have like detailed old-timey art and then just like squiggles. It's not really like imperative that the random background skulls be incredibly detailed, but they are just sort of blobs. Okay. Been here all night and he just ain't talking. Okay. Better. Man, she talks a lot. Oh, the dramatic moment. Ah, the gun! Oh god! Okay. We have to make a move. Say something. Speak up.
Going in.
Hashtag free your bird. Free bird! Okay. I'll stall for time. Any less worms? Okay. Wait. I'm attempting to stall for time. Give me a second. Who does this bird brain think he is? Okay. I think I did Fontaine last time. You seemed like an intelligent, reasonable person. Okay. Okay. It probably doesn't really matter. Rationality. Because the guide doesn't tell me which one to pick, so I'm assuming these are flavor text options. I'm just going to go with the one I did the first time, just in case. Okay. We'll have a formal trial. Pippin, it sounds like they're playing Blick Pong. Okay. Yeah, anyway, all your stupid lore or whatever.
Take your lackey out of my sight.
Saw someone lurking in the catacombs. I think he's watching from the shadows. He got spooked when he saw me. He dropped this. Political pamphlet? Well, I must be getting back to the patrols then. Okay. Our first witness.
Okay.
I saw it clear as day, but it was nighttime, idiot. We have the glass. This was one of the clues that I actually had correct the first time. Okay. Plain as day. It was nighttime in February, and it was cloudy, and there were no street lamps. I'm honestly surprised you didn't fall and brain yourself on the cobblestone streets. Okay. Glass. Completely non-functional. I found glass in the alleyway. Okay. So we got all this. It really is the screen just playing Pong. Okay. So we need to ask about his gun, and then about the ammunition. Okay. Koguriko's pistol. Oh, they're adding so many things to my evidence folder. So much evidence. There's an abundance of evidence. God, you people are wordy. Okay. Ask about the Croque Monsieur's pistol, I think, is the one that it wants me to do. Yeah, it is. I love being a slave to the game guide. Tell us about the ammunition, please. Let Gunboy talk about his guns. Where's the other bullet? Okay. Well, it wasn't embedded in the alleyway wall and it wasn't in Kokoriko, then that means it hit the murderer. Okay. Must still be embedded in whoever attacked the Croque Monsieur. Ludicrous notion. Okay. We have a more reasonable way. Isn't it obvious? We have the perfect way to uncover whether someone has been shot. It's a genius solution. Are you serious, Falcon? You're relying on the invention of a lunatic? I've never been more serious. Madame Beaumont, Frere Remus, and members of the court, this device is called an Explorer Extractor. It's the latest medical technology. It looks like a children's toy. I assure you this is no toy. It was designed to find and extract metal embedded in bodies. A battlefield bullet finder and remover, if you will. I'm intrigued. So you're saying that you just swing that device around and it finds a bullet in a person? Yes, sort of. I don't know, we haven't had a chance to practice with it, really.
Madam, these birds are playing you for a fool. There's no way that such a device exists.
We've seen this device work with our own eyes. Sparrowson shall demonstrate. Me? Although he will need something to demonstrate it on. Okay. The bullet. Here we have an iron-tipped mini-A ball, as presented by Fontaine moments ago. Observe, I placed the bullet in my closed fist, and now represents the fired bullet that is currently embedded in the murderer's body.
Allegedly.
Now, Sparrowson will demonstrate what happens when my hand is scanned with the Explorer Extractor. So I just do this, and... it's humming and buzzing. Is it really detecting that bullet? Absolutely. What an intriguing device. Hey, what would happen if I were to hit extract right now? Don't do that. You remember what happened to that steak, right? My, what is this feeling? It feels like a power. Phenomenal cosmic power. Don't let it get to your head. Okay, I'm convinced. Falcon, Sparrowson, you may perform a cursory scan of each of us with that device of yours.
You must stop humoring these morons, madame. What good is this doing us?
Remus, they may be morons, but this test will grant us certainty of the rooster's fate. I can afford that time. Hey, Falcon, what'll happen if the murderer is someone not present in this room? It most likely isn't. What? I'm stalling. Falcon, get a move on, you two.
I really must express my displeasure that you're going along with this farce, Madame Beaumont. Let us end this trial right here and now. You can get the justice you so crave.
Don't worry, Remus. My patience for this bird brain is wearing thin, too. When this asinine scheme of his fails, he'll face the consequences. Lackey Bird, scan the rooster first. He is the prime suspect, after all. Okay?
Everybody just wait. I'm not getting any reaction. That means there's probably no bullet lodged in Gogoriko. So he's innocent for sure. No, all it means is that this bird was not shot by the hypothetical bullet. Don't forget, this is all speculation on Falcon's part.
Madam, I must insist that you end this. It is a fool's errand. We have other matters we must attend to.
Remus, you let me worry about our time management. Piera, you go next. Alright, get it over with. No reaction. That means Piera wasn't shot either. No surprises there, right guys? Let's see, next we shall test...
Madam, I implore you.
You're being awfully lippy, Remus. Why don't you go next?
Me? That's really not necessary, madam. I don't want to participate in this ridiculous child's game.
This is no game, and I'm issuing you an order to cooperate.
I refuse.
Everybody just stare awkwardly at each other. Piero, please restrain Remus. With pleasure, ma'am. Great.
Well, what are you doing? Keep your filthy talons off me. I will not be manhandled by...
Just smack him to the ground.
Ah, stop that. You're making a mistake. Madam, think a little harder. I have an alibi. I was with you the whole evening.
Sparrowson, do the test. Falcon? I'm not getting any reaction. That can't be right. Do it again. There's nothing. Fur Remus hasn't been shot as far as this device can tell.
He had a nerve to manhandle a man of the cloth like that. As I said on the floor, madam, I was with you in Fontaine for the entire evening. I could not possibly be in two places at once.
Or could you? Perhaps it was your just as evil as you twin.
It's true. You were sitting in my line of sight exactly when the murder was supposed to have taken place. As was I. Right, Fontaine was sitting with us too, so that rules him out, and I know that I didn't perform the murder, obviously, which means that every suspect has been accounted for. Go sit down, lackey. Your job is done. You realize what this means, don't you, Falcon? Your little test failed. Your hypothetical bullet theory turned out to be unsubstantiated speculation, pure guesswork.
Shall we end the trial, madam?
Wait, there must be someone we're not accounting for. I just know it. There's someone else who could have been the shooter. Okay.
We is the judge. We is the boy. There he is, right? Yeah.
Remus, how's your brother, the man named Romulus?
My brother. He was forced to flee the country by our oppressive government.
You and I know that isn't true. Your brother is still in France. In fact, I think he's lurking in these very catacombs right now. An absurd notion. Your theories are getting more and more outlandish, Falcon. Where's your evidence? Oh, I know, I can answer this one. This! I found this in the catacomb tunnel. An introductory guide to the cult of reason. Thank you, Sparrowson. Now, Frere Remus, does this pamphlet look familiar to you?
No, I've never seen it before in my life.
Are you sure? Are you sure it doesn't belong to your brother Romulus?
No, there are many cultists in Paris. Maybe it belongs to one of them.
Falcon, I'll take your word that your lackey found this pamphlet in the catacombs, but Remus is right. You have no evidence that the man known as Romulus is the one who dropped it. The pamphlet could have been dropped by anyone, and could have been dragged in on the sole of Pierre's shoe for all I know. Wouldn't be the first time. Actually, madam, I know for a fact that pamphlet belonged to Romulus, and I can prove it. Okay. The cult guide, and then the fountain pen. It says... A little while ago, while visiting the Louvre, I saw a man who looked very much like Romulus handing out pamphlets. As you can see, the pamphlet from the Louvre is identical to the pamphlet from the catacombs, except for one important detail. Romulus signed the pamphlet himself.
No way. My brother wouldn't do something so foolish.
Do you see? Right here on the cover page? That's Romulus' signature. I admire your tenacity, Falcon, but something is blatantly wrong with your evidence. We know that the brother of Frere Remus is named Romulus, but this Louvre pamphlet of yours is signed Silvius. Clearly an alias. Romulus is on the run from the police, so he must have changed his identity. That's a plausible theory, but it's unsubstantiated. How do we know this pamphlet was signed by Remus's brother?
The pen.
Okay. This fountain pen.
Hey, where'd you get that? Is it my brother's or mine?
Wow, Remus, your mouth is almost as big as Romulus's. Anyway, I believe it's yours. Sparrowson happened to find this pen in your robes just a few days ago.
You mean he stole it?
Let's not argue over semantics.
What's important, and what you just admitted, is that you and your brother both own pens just like this. See, these pens are unique in that they contain green ink, a very unusual choice of color. A very evil choice, too. Well, yes, but more importantly, it's the same ink that was used on this pamphlet. Since there are only 2 pens, there are only 2 possibilities. Either Friar Remus has been signing off on atheist cultist propaganda,
I would never do such a thing.
or his brother's been using his identical pen to sign cultist propaganda, the same type that was found in these catacombs.
Impossible. My clumsy oaf of a brother lost his pen a week ago.
Oh, so then the only explanation is that you lent him on your own.
No, you see.
It doesn't matter how you cut it, Friar. One way or another, you and your brother are tied to the cultist pamphlet. Admit it. Confess. Falcon, enough. You've made your point. You're asserting that the Friar's pen ties him to the pamphlet. I get it.
This is all tenuous, wouldn't you say, madam?
No question. Falcon has suggested a theory that hinges upon a theory that hinges upon yet another theory. It's not hard proof by any measure. He may very well be wrong, but at least he's logical. His theory is self-consistent.
What are you saying, madam?
Falcon, where did you say you found this leaflet? The unsigned one, that is. Oh, down the catacombs tunnel, through the fork on the left-hand side? Fontaine, Piero, go see if you can find anyone dawdling where they shouldn't be.
Yes, madam.
Yes, ma'am. Okay. They're gonna find him! We're gonna find the criminal! Everybody look at each other uncomfortably. In a moment, one of 2 things will happen. Either Piero and Fontaine will return empty-handed, in which case I'll have no choice but to execute Cocorico. And then I would have to execute you, Falcon, and you, Sparrowson.
Us?
Not because of what you've seen tonight, although that's admittedly a problem, but because your lies would be treasonous to our new republic.
I didn't sign up for this.
Or Piero and Fontaine will return with a prisoner in tow, in which case we would be free to cut Cocorico down and skedaddle?
Surely not, madam. You're not going to let these 3 just walk free after everything that's happened here. Remember what this rooster did to your father.
Hold your tongue, Friar, if it turns out you've been deceiving me all this time. Gulp. Mad Beaumont, look who we found.
Ow, ow, stop shoving me, I can walk myself.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Well, we really do have a ghost in the catacombs. Introduce yourself, Wolf.
Very well, mademoiselle, my name...
Madam.
Right, madam, whatever. My name is Silius.
Don't you mean Romulus? That Eilis isn't fooling anyone, Your Honor.
All right, I'm Romulus, twin brother of Remus and loyal servant to the rebel cause. That's the whole truth. He's telling the truth, madam. Long live the Second Republic, right, guys? Am I right, fellow revolutionaries?
I have a lot of questions, both for you, Romulus, and for you, Remus. I don't appreciate being lied to. It seems that you have your hands full, so we'll just be taking our leave. Not so fast, Falcon. Your theory is still unproven. If it turns out Romulus has no bullet in him, then you would have no evidence that implicates him in the Croque Monsieur's murder. Cocorico would still be the prime suspect.
Bullet in me? What are you guys on about?
Spare me. Fontaine, hold him down.
Hold me down.
I love that the hold him down sound effect is the cymbal crash, because it just makes it sound like they're like slapping him so hard that he just falls. Sparrowson, do your test. I'm on it.
It's buzzing. It's buzzing around his shoulder. I see blood. There's definitely a bullet wound there. That's an old bullet. An old war wound I got up fighting in Algeria in 36.
Obviously a desperate lie.
My brother is being completely honest, madam. He's a veteran. He was shot in battle.
You know, I could just extract the bullet right here and now. That would remove all doubt. Are we supposed to? the game guide says, do it. Kill him. Extract that sucker, Sparrowson. Get him. Explode his shoulder. Ah.
Wow, sucked it out like a pit from a grapefruit.
Oh, hey, look at that. If I'm not mistaken, this is one of the newfangled bullets, right, Fontaine?
There is no mistake. This is an iron-tipped mini-A ball, just like the one in the Croque Monsieur's gun.
Do you realize what this means, madam? It clearly demonstrates that Romulus confronted the Croque Monsieur before Cocorico arrived.
This is undeniable evidence that Cocorico had nothing to do with the crocodile's death.
You're right. I made a mistake. I haven't forgotten what the rooster did to my father, but this bird clearly had no part in the killing of the Croque Monsieur. Therefore, I cannot honestly call him an enemy of the Second Republic. Your friend is free to go. Fontaine, cut the rooster down. Right away, madam. Thank you, madam. For what? For giving us an opportunity to show you what justice looks like. Before you asked what the difference is between revenge and justice, and I replied rationality. Well, I can see how much effort it must have taken to hold back your emotions and let rationality dictate your actions. Pierrot and Fontaine will help carry your friend to the tunnel entrance. We're on it, madam. Will you be okay by yourself with the 2 wolves? These toothless old dogs? I think I'll manage. Of course.
She's gonna shoot him. She's gonna execute him.
Saying no just says remember the stake to be inhumane. Oops, finger slipped. Nice.
Come on, brother, to your feet.
His shoulder doesn't look that exploded. So, cultists.
Cultist is such a strong word. Listen, mademoiselle.
Don't mademoiselle me. I shall be asking the questions here. Tell me, Friar, are you a cultist too?
Madam, I'm just a humble servant of God.
I never realized how poisonous your words are. You've been spewing lies since the very start, haven't you? Madam, at least tell me why you 2 killed the croque-monsieur.
Because... Allow me, brother. You want to know the truth? We want exactly the same thing as you. We want a world without class, a world without false rulers and gods, a world where only the reason of man reigns. A world of true equality and fairness. That is what you strive for, no? But you cannot achieve such a goal without violence. Your methods are too passive, too naive. So we set up a situation where you would be forced into action. Make the government look like murderers to the rebels, and make the rebels look like murderers to the government. Then you would be forced to take up arms.
Another lie.
But that was the truth.
You claim that you want equality, but you just want a world where you stand above everyone else. A world where carnivores reign. You're a rabid animal at heart.
You got me. But can you honestly say that you've never wanted power for yourself? You're a carnivore too, don't deny it.
No, I've never wanted power. All I've ever wanted was a world where no child has to grow up without a father. Did you know that the croque-monsieur was something of a family man? He once confided in me that he had 5 children and a late wife.
I had no idea.
Tell me, Romulus, do you have children?
Me? No, mademoiselle, I
feel like that's you get 3 mademoiselle strikes and then you get shot.
Brother.
As for you, Friar, get out of here.
You aren't going to kill me.
I ought to. You're the worst kind of person. A man who will cling to any ideology to claw his way higher.
Kino.
But I know that you weren't the one to pull the trigger on the croque-monsieur. Maybe there's a sliver of goodness left in you.
I...
Go.
Bye. She tippity taps off.
Is this what justice looks like? It's so uncaring. Ooh, the drama.
My game has been saved. Do I wish to continue? Of course.
Oh man, oh man. You kicked so much derriere at that impromptu trial yesterday. Those rebels were all like, we're executing this pump, mob justice, rah rah rah, but you were all like, this isn't how we do things in France, chicken pluckers. And then they were all like, Sparrowson, let's get serious for a moment. Serious? You just pulled off the craziest lawyering move in the history of French law. We should be celebrating.
Are you just gonna say drinks?
We don't have time to pull out the champagne. Didn't you see the anger in the rebels' eyes? Didn't you feel the tension in the air? We're just days away from violence breaking out onto the streets. Yeah, I guess another revolution might be around the corner. But what exactly can we do? We've already told the police everything we know. Unless... You're not thinking of arming yourself to the teeth and fighting the rebel forces yourself, are you? What? No, you watch far too many auction operas. I was thinking of preparing a legal case. A case? For whom? At their core, all historical revolutions center on trials. A nation's rulers are tried and held accountable for their crimes. But you saw the horrendous trial that took place last night. Nobody cares about due process when emotions are running high. Regardless of the outcome of the revolution, we need to make sure that everybody has an equal opportunity for justice. That makes sense. So what's the plan? We head to Cannell's Tavern and hand out some business cards? Think bigger. Who will the rebels target?
The king?
Exactly. To the Palais Royal!
Égalité.
Falcon and Sparrowson rush to the Palais Royal to arrange a private audience with the king. After filling in a pile of forms, the two are led to a waiting area.
Oh, hey, it's him. Are you here to see the king?
That's right.
Okay, take a number and wait to be called.
Take a number? What is this, a deli counter?
Yep, just wait your turn.
More fools who come to see the king. Let me guess. Lawyers?
That's right, how did you... Hey, I know you! You're the Prime Minister, Monsieur Guizot! Oh, wow, you're right, Sparrowson. It's an honor to meet you, Prime Minister.
Spare the formalities. You two are here to offer the king legal aid, aren't you?
Yep, we're going to offer him assistance for the upcoming rebellion.
Let me give you a word of advice. Don't bother.
Excuse me?
The king doesn't take kindly to any form of criticism. He buries his head so far in the sand that one could swear he is an ostrich. One would think that 7 assassination attempts would be enough for a man to learn that he is detested.
With all due respect, Prime Minister, I think the King of France is mature enough not to let his ego get in the way of senses. Are you sure about that? Okay. You're leaving. Good night. Enjoy your night. Okay. So one would think. 24! Oh boy, our number! My brain is like turning off. I'm... Okay. That's us. It was a pleasure meeting you, monsieur. It's only midnight! Although I have been up since like 8 a.m. So it's been a while. Okay.
Good luck. You'll need it.
Good gaming. Okay. 24? Calling number 24? Good day, Your Majesty. Good day, messieurs. Can I help you with something? Oh, I probably should have prepared a speech beforehand. That would have been smart, huh? Just wing it. Right, let's see. How to start. Your Majesty. What I'm about to say is of the utmost importance. Please listen closely. Okay, I'm listening. Merde's about to go down. There's a storm on the horizon. Rebels are plotting your downfall, and many believe that a serious uprising is imminent. Imminent, you say? Goodness! We humbly offer our aid. We are sure that such a pitiful revolt will blow over in no time at all. Nonetheless, we would like to humbly offer our aid as lawyers. We may be of great use to the throne in this troublesome time. I think I understand. You do? I understand that you are a pair of con artists attempting to screw a self-made bourgeois out of his hard-earned cash. You have some nerve to even imply that my people hate me. I am the citizen king. I am beloved by all. Beloved kings tend to experience fewer assassination attempts. Beck, have these 2 crooks thrown in jail. Maybe that will teach them a thing or two about respect. Right away, Your Majesty. You can't be serious. Oh god, oh no. Oh, he was serious. Well, this is another fine mess you got me into. There's no need for the attitude, Sparrowson. We won't be in here for long. Once we receive a court hearing, the judges will no doubt dismiss our charges instantly. The king does not represent our kind. He is no true penguin. And how long will it take for us to get a court hearing? Tell me that, Monsieur Smarty Pants. A week or so, I'm guessing? I could see why that might be a problem. The revolution could be in full swing by then. What to do? We could try escaping. Don't be ridiculous. Nobody's ever escaped from the conciergerie before. Ah, but nobody's ever locked the genius Sparrowson and his witty lackey Falcon into the same jail cell before. It's an absurd suggestion. Got any better ideas? Okay, let's break out of prison. Fantastic. Yay! I love it when Sparrowson's a little criminal. Okay. What is this? Look, Falcon, a loose brick. We can wait for a guard to transfer us to some place, sneak up behind him, and then we get a death sentence for murder. I think no, let's search a little harder. Have Sparrowson chew the parts. I'm not sure he has enough. His beak looks kind of weak. It's a little flimsy, skinny. There's a little den here. One of us could hide. Hide? What would that accomplish? Well, the guard would eventually come in and be like, "Where's the other prisoner?" And then we use the momentary confusion to push him over and escape. Do you really think an experienced guard would be confused by a prisoner hiding in a little hole in the wall? We can do better. Weak beak line. He's got an insult beak. Okay, select an area. Here. A fireplace. It's been bricked up, so escaping up the chimney isn't an option. Okay. There's a bit of scrap metal in this hole. I think it broke off an iron shackle. We could dig through the stone walls with this. See, it's all scratchy. That might actually work if we had a decade or two. So that's a maybe on the stone digging scheme. Well, I'll keep it in mind in case the king decides to go all Count of Monte Cristo on us. Okay. A ledge! Give me a leg up and I can grab on and shimmy my way over somewhere. Let's be honest, Farrison, neither of us has the physical prowess to shimmy anywhere. We're desk workers. Okay. I don't think there's anywhere else that we can click on.
Just get around all the edges.
Okay, I think that's it. I give up. So soon? Yes, trying to escape from a notoriously inescapable prison wasn't the smartest plan we've ever devised. Well, well, well. That voice, that condescending tone. Tim! Just what are you two bird brains doing? Severin, are you alright? Yes, I'm fine. The injuries I sustained were mostly superficial. The doctor advised me not to do anything strenuous anytime soon, but he gave the all clear for returning to my job. So tell me, why did I get a memo informing me that JJ, Falcon, and Sparrowson were being held in the conciergerie for treason? It's all Falcon's fault. Naturally. I figure that if a revolution is inevitable, then we should do our best to ensure the uprising proceeds in an organized manner. The less bloodshed, the better. Okay, so what did you do? We offered the king our assistance. We said that we would defend him in court if and when such a need arises. Well, we didn't quite use those words. This isn't the first time the king has had someone in prison for something so pointless. What a pig-headed fool. Consider your charges dropped. Alright, let's get out of here. Hold on, you've got my interest with this idea of yours, a bloodless revolution. You're absolutely right in that if the king is captured, the citizens will devolve into an unruly mob of animals. We should prepare for a formal trial. No, we should preempt it. We? You're going to help us? Of course, this isn't a task that can be handled by two birds alone. What do you mean by preempt, Severin? We go on the offensive. We charge the king with crimes against the French people before the rebels can even act. We can do that? We can certainly try. I'll start building a case against the king. My argument will be focused on the king's gluttonous and irreverent fiscal policies, his lack of commitment to his social-political promises, his overall ineptitude and irresponsibility on all facets of his duties as a monarchical ruler, and obviously his denial of universal suffrage. Obviously. How am I supposed to defend the king from all that? You can't. If you try to argue with logic and facts, this hypothetical trial will inevitably result in a landslide guilty verdict. So I suggest that you take a different approach. Appeal to the king's character. Try to win people's hearts with tales of the beloved Citizen King. He hasn't been called Citizen King for like 10 years. It was just a suggestion. But consider this. You don't need to win the case. You just need to make a strong enough argument that the trial is fair. All that remains is ensuring that the king can be peacefully brought to the courthouse when the protests start to turn violent. That's a job for the police and the royal guard. I'll inform Inspector Valerdi of our plan so we can prepare accordingly. At least, I would if I could find him. Inspector Valerdi is missing? Apparently, he's taken an informal leave of absence since Wednesday. Hold on, Falcon. One thing eludes me. As you probably figured, Inspector Valerdi had me perform an investigation into your past. Are we gonna learn his lore? He thought that you were the Verdian killer, crazy as it sounds. And, well, I'm sorry for doing that. It was quite invasive of me. But I can't help but wonder, why did you change your name around 1830? Because I was ashamed, I suppose. I had a family name to live up to. My grandfather was something of a successful lawyer. So when I turned to my classes at law school, people would gawp at me. They would say, wow, you have big shoes to fill, and your grandfather would be proud. But I was a terrible law student, mediocre at best. I knew that deep down I would never be half the man my grandfather was. Fascinating. I had no idea. Who was your grandfather, if you don't mind me asking, Falcon? Phoenix Wright. It doesn't matter. At the end of the day, he was just another overly opinionated rebel who died in the old revolution. I see. Well, let's not dilly-dally any longer. We have duties to carry out. Right, we're going to find anecdotes and we're going to defend the king, whether he likes it or not. Yay! Okay. I don't know how much time we have. I don't know, where might people like the king? Probably just the court, maybe. Excuse me, Judge Maxime? Oh, hello, Falcon. Nice work on that catacombs business. Word has really spread about your impromptu lawyering skills. Really, I'm getting a reputation. Hey, I helped too. Of course you did, Robinton? Sparrowson. Right, Sparrington. Judge Maxime, I don't suppose Monsieur Cocorico has filled you in on what we've been working on since then? No, he hasn't. How to put this? We're planning a trial of sorts. We intend on forming a case against, the king. Right, and, we want you to educate. A trial against the king. Interesting. What are his exact charges? I'm not sure, to be perfectly honest. That seems more like severance territory. If you aren't even sure of that, then I don't think you're quite prepared for this trial. Maybe you should leave this to lawyers who have a little more experience. I see. Well, thank you anyway. Let's make a move, Sparrowson. What about our judge? Doesn't matter. Let's focus on building a solid defense case for the king, and we can wing it from there. Maybe we can even hold the trial without any judges at all. Just Kokoriko, me, and the king in the middle. It's strange, Falcon. You're like your grandfather, and yet you're nothing like him. It's strange that, Falcon, that you changed your name so that people wouldn't be able to say stuff about your grandfather, and yet everybody seems to know anyway. I feel like there have been like 5 different people who have like mentioned his grandpa. Okay. Well, wait, you knew my grandfather? Well, I wouldn't say knew. I was just a teenager when he was causing havoc in the courtrooms. But of course I am familiar with his work. Falcon, I find your career choice peculiar. Your grandfather worked so hard to prosecute King Louis, and yet here you are, rigorously working to defend your own king. Just like him, you would make an excellent prosecutor. So why did you choose the rocky path of the private defender? I don't think this dialogue choice really matters. Okay. To be honest, I'm not entirely sure. Maybe I just wanted to take myself out of my grandfather's shadow. I want to carve my own path as a lawyer. I don't want to be a poor imitation of an old hero. Quite understandable. Oh, just look at the time. I'm due back in the courtroom. But before I go, let me just say that I would be happy to educate your trial, Falcon. Really? That's fantastic. Thank you, Your Honor. It's no trouble. Show me what the grandson of Maximilian Robespierre is capable of. I was like, when they were like, oh, he's a famous lawyer in the old revolution, I was like, are they gonna Robespierre me? And they did. I should have said it so that I would have sounded smart. The only name I know from ye old France. Okay. Okay, so it cuts them out once we've already done them, so I assume we can just do all of them. Okay, here we go. Nathan never lets us down for useful information. I'm sure he's got something interesting and pleasant to say about the king.
Oh, it's you, messieurs. Perhaps you will surprise me today and actually ask to take out a book.
Nope, just the usual today. An endless stream of questions. No way, it's the famous guy I learned about in 7th grade. Well, me too, dude. Okay.
You two need an encyclopedia. Well, go on then and ask whatever drivel you want to ask.
Have you ever met the king?
I have. As a matter of fact, he occasionally drops by this library to check out books. Unlike some people.
What sort of books does he check out, monsieur?
Thick books. I believe the last one he checked out was An Expansive History of the Macedonian Empire.
I had no idea His Majesty was interested in academic history. I'll make a note. King Louis Philippe is a well-read and intelligent man.
It must be said that the books are usually returned with footprints on the covers. This leads me to believe that the king may just use them to stand on during speeches.
Oh. We'll just leave that part out. Great.
Was there anything else?
You think he's good at his job at all? From your well-educated standpoint, is King Louis Philippe a good leader as far as leaders go?
Well, I can't fault the king's pro-business spirit. The big industry leaders love him.
Oh, this sounds promising.
Of course, this comes at the expense of everyone who isn't a bourgeois. The wealth divide is stronger than ever.
Maybe not.
You can't forget about socially progressive policies. The king signs off on all of Guizot's backward-thinking ones. And of course, in terms of leadership and charisma, the king is about as personable as a rotten pear.
That'll do, monsieur. A simple no would have sufficed. Okay, bye. Thank you for your time and patience.
I look forward to your next round of idiotic questions. I really do.
We've made friends. He's such a tsundere. He pretends that he doesn't like us, but he really does. We're charming. We're a couple of charming little dudes. Let's talk to our good friends. Okay.
Visitors, Monsieur Vulpes, visitors.
Ah, if it isn't Monsieur Falcon and Monsieur Sparrowson, how may I help you two today?
We're doing very well, monsieur, but we don't have much time, so let me cut to the chase. We're collecting positive anecdotes about the king. Would you happen to have any?
Positive anecdotes, how curious. As it happens, I have met the king twice. Once, as you know, I was in my Juan Carito persona.
Ah, right, of course. I don't think that story will be of any use to us. What was the other incident?
I can tell you, but there is a price.
How much money? I have 40 bucks. You're such a money grabber.
Fox has to eat, monsieur.
Fine, fine. How much do you want? 40 francs sound good?
10,000.
That's a little much. I, don't have that kind of money.
No matter. I'm sure you'll think of some way of repaying the debt.
Between that and my medical bills, we should be ready to afford basic things like food by the year 4,000?
Let's not worry about the debt for now, messieurs. Let me just tell you the story. It was several years ago, 1841, I believe. I was lingering around the Ile de la Cité. I was in the pursuit of an investigative lead, so I had adopted the persona and outfit of a sickly beggar. That's when I was approached by a kind-faced man. It was the king himself. He took a 20-franc coin out of his pocket. The king gave money to a sick beggar, or at least someone who looked like a sick beggar? That's great, we can use that. I'm not done, monsieur. The king took the coin out and said, I know what it's like to be poor. When I was your age, I only had 1,000 of these to my name. Then he pocketed the coin and left.
I'll make a note. Gave financial advice to the poor and needy.
I hope that anecdote was of some use to you, monsieur.
It might be, but I don't feel that we've got 10,000 francs worth of material.
I see, no matter. Just keep me in mind if you ever see a potential client.
We will. Have a pleasant day, monsieur.
This is not going very well. Okay.
2 Lahalas.
Time for some shopping? Maybe later. For now, we need to find people who've spoken to the king. He's been known to pass through the hall on occasion, so if we're lucky... It's them again!
Hey, messieurs, it's us, remember?
We remember. Are you keeping well, madam?
Absolutely, never been better. So, what can I sell you today?
Information. Looking for positive stories about the king? I don't suppose you have any.
The king? No, I haven't got nothing to say about the king. The king's smelly egg thief. Quiet, child. You know what they say about the king having spies everywhere.
Spies? Calm down, Sparrowson. The rumors of the king having an elaborate spy network are patently untrue.
Then how do you explain the shutdown banquets, huh? The government's clamping down on anyone who dissents, you know.
Let's get this conversation back on track. Joey, can you tell us why the king's a smelly egg thief?
My name's not Joey. It's nothing you need to concern yourselves with, messieurs.
Please go on. Don't worry, we aren't spies. At least I don't think we are.
I know. I trust you guys. See, a couple of years ago we were running a shop, an antiques and odds and ends shop. And we had an egg. It was this golden egg, super precious. We must have bought that thing for 200 francs, but it was easily worth 10 times. We were planning on making a nice tidy sum from it.
I see, an investment egg. So what happened?
Well, one day we were visited by the king, no less, and old King Lou Phil shows an interest in our egg. So we were thinking this would be our chance to make bank, right? But then the geezer just goes and waddles off with it.
Without paying you?
Oh yeah, he paid us all right.
What's this?
The coin one of the king's guards slipped our way. It isn't even French.
I think this is British. One of those crazy imperial unit coins from a crazy imperial country. I have no idea what the British-French exchange rate is, but can we buy this off of you, madam?
Put your wallet away and keep it. It's worthless to me.
Okay.
Losing that egg bankrupted us and put us out on the streets. But now we bounce back, so town and Gambad better than ever.
That's excellent to hear. Anyway, we must take our leave. You've been a huge help, madam. We're going to go kick that king's butt and get your egg back. Hold on, we're supposed to be the defense. We can still kick his butt. We can defend him, and then, like, later we can jump him outside of the courtroom and steal his egg. Okay. Pont des Arts. Monsieur Kingsley, we need your help.
Finally, it's about time someone around here appreciated my skills.
Your fishing skills, right?
The term is angling, wise guy.
This has nothing to do with fishing. Let me cut the preamble. We're looking for people who have positive stories about the king. Would you happen to have any?
Stories, huh? You came to the right guy. I have a whale of a story for you. So the other day, I was fishing and I caught this monster of a catfish. It was 2 meters long, easily.
Here we go. I caught a fish and it was this big.
Sure, I drag a 90-kilogram falcon out of the water and everyone buys it. But I claim to catch one big fish and suddenly everyone's a skeptic.
Please continue your story, Monsieur Kingsley.
Right. So anyway, the king of all people happens to be walking by with his entourage, and they all clapped and cheered. I came over to see the fish, and then the king says, "I'm hungry, let's cook this fellow up." And then he just walks off with my fish. Can you believe that?
I based on what I've heard about him, yes. Seems like something a royal penguin would do. Did you at least get paid for your fish?
Yeah, one of the royal guards was nice enough to flip 1 franc my way. 1, he may as well just flip the bird, no offense.
You are also a bird. Aha, so the king supports the local fishing industry. I'm writing this down. Great. I have no idea if the story will be of any use to us, but we appreciate your time, monsieur.
Good day to you.
Bye, Monsieur Fisherman.
Hey, don't call me a fisherman.
Great.
One last one.
Just the dodo I wanted to see. Madame Cannell, quick question. Have you ever served the King of France?
Good one, hon. That's hilarious. Me serving the king. Me! Would you like some wine, your majesty? I can't wait to serve the king of Denmark.
I think that was a no. And I think you might be right. Okay. To the drinking room, I guess. Inspector Valerdi? Hello, Inspector? Oh no, he's drunk!
Falcon, J. Falcon.
Yes?
I think I made a mistake.
I'll say. Do I see 2 empty bottles of Russian vodka? It's a mystery how you're still standing.
No, listen, this is important.
Inspector, maybe we should have this conversation when you're a little more sober.
No, Falcon, listen. Falcon, I thought you were the already good.
The what?
Brain killer, and the man who injured me in the Enjoy Revolution.
You thought I was the Radiant Killer? How'd you even come to that conclusion?
I saw that. I should change your name around 1830, and I...
You made an assumption. Wait, is that why you gave Severin a tip-off? Were you trying to lure the animal out of me or something?
I'm sorry, Falcon. It was a mistake. You forgive me.
Sure, buddy. Nobody died. Yeah, sure. I forgive you for assuming that I'm a mass murderer and then for nearly killing me at Severin to prove it.
Oh, thank you, Falcon.
Now listen closely, Inspector. I have a favor to ask of you.
A favor? You, JJ, anything?
Maybe we should wait until the Inspector is a little more coherent.
No, I want help. I must pay my debt.
Excellent. So, Severin and I are planning a case, a very big case, against the King of France. We intend on trying him before the rebels can get their hands on him. When the rebellion starts, we would like you to bring the king to the courthouse. Do you think you can do that? Inspector?
Treason. It sympathizes to the rebel cause.
This isn't treason, Inspector. We're ensuring the safest outcome to an inevitable revolution.
You're treason, you scum.
Told you, incoherent. Yeah, I guess you're right, Sparrowson. Well, Inspector, maybe you should contact us if you change your mind and once you sobered up. Okay, how about the card boys?
Oh, the big fellow has returned. Here to play some cards, monsieur.
Not today. I have some investigative work to take care of. No, thank you. Maybe later. Okay. So I don't think they have anything to tell us about the king. Let me just check on my guide, just in case. Okay. Okay, I don't think that those guys give us any information. At least if they do, there's no indication of it. I think they really are just a minigame. I think we can just leave. We're ready to hit the road. Sure. Let's make a move. Not a single citizen like this. Everybody hates this guy. This guy sucks. Okay. What's the plan for today? Hitting the Louvre? Checking out La Halle, maybe? Actually, I was thinking... Severin, how rude. Don't they teach you to knock? No time for bickering, JJ. It's time. Time for what? The trial, you dunce. Already? A large protest has started forming the place to the Concord. No doubt it'll turn into an unruly mob before long. The spirit of revolution is in the air. We must act now. I'm going to start the necessary preparations at the courthouse, so I need you to get the king from the Palais Royal. You want me to drag the king to the courthouse? I'm not even sure that I could drag him from his chair. Use diplomacy, you dolt. I'm sure you'll think of something. Right. Come along, Sparrowson. We have a king to defend. Yay. Okay. To the Palais Royal, I guess.
Falcon and Sparrowson rush across the city. Scores of angry eyes watch the pair's every movement. Cocorico was right. The spirit of revolution is in the air. Outside the Palais Royal, a crowd has started to form. The royal guards watch in nervous anticipation.
3,600 and... Save it. We're number one. You again. Shouldn't you be in jail? There's no time for that nonsense. Your Majesty, we need you to come with us. Why? There's a sale on fish at La Halle. We're putting you on trial. There's a trial. Well, why didn't you say so? I love trials. Ooh, am I needed to give a testimony? Please say it so. As a matter of fact, Your Majesty, yes, I think you will need to give a testimony. Oh, goody, goody, goody. Well, what are we waiting for? Let's go. Yay, justice. Time for justice. Did anyone spot us? I don't think so. It's still early. The crowds are only just starting to form. With any luck, we can get this trial over with before anyone realizes what's going on.
You.
Uh-oh.
You treasonous scumbags. You actually captured the king.
Captured? Clearly a joke, Your Majesty.
Ah, very subtle. I like it. So it's true. You do intend to hold a trial. Your actions are utterly despicable. You are all on the same level as the filthy rebel dissenters.
Do you intend to stop us, Inspector?
On any other day I would. You're rotten lawbreakers through and through. I want nothing more than to see you tried and punished for your traitorous stances. But I owe a debt. To you, Falcon, and to Monsieur Cocorico.
So you'll let us pass?
I have ordered for 12 National Guards to set up a perimeter around the entrance of the Palais de Justice. The rebels will inevitably catch word that the king is here. They will try to storm the building, and when they do, we will be ready to hold them off.
That's amazing. Thank you, Inspector.
Go on, before I change my mind.
Ugh, I feel like my throat is gonna hurt tomorrow. I feel like I've been doing more scratchy voices than I did last time. Alright, settle down everyone, settle down. Oh, should I be standing here? Am I in the right place? Where you are is perfect, Your Majesty. Now, is everyone here? JJ Falcon present. The defense is ready, Your Honor. Sovereign Cocorico present. The prosecution is ready, Your Honor. Ooh, this'll be good. I wonder who's on trial. Are the jury all here? Make sure to get some liquid. I will, in a bit. All present and accounted for, Your Honor. Everything seems to be in order. The court is now in session for the trial of King Louis Philippe. Ooh, that's me! Wait, what? Calm down, Your Majesty. We're simply prosecuting you for a short list of 32 crimes against the French people. Oh, that's like nothing. What is this madness? Did you set me up to this? Well, yes and no. We're your defense, Your Majesty. I'm so confused. The process is simple. I'll state a charge that is being leveled at you and present my evidence for the charge. You and your defense will then have the opportunity to present their own counter-evidence. I'm even more confused. Just let us do the talking, Your Majesty. We're doing this for your own good. Wouldn't want you to play old Louis XVI, now would we? Let us proceed. Prosecution, present the first charge. King Louis Philippe, you are being charged with neglecting the lower classes of the nation. Your continued support of Guizot's outdated policies have resulted in an ever-growing wage gap. Poverty is rampant, animals are forced to turn to begging, thievery, and burglary just to survive. How do you justify this vile attitude? Goodness, you're going straight for the jugular, aren't you? I'm a good person. I don't hate poor people. I feel mild contempt for them, certainly, but don't we all? Please allow me to do the talking, Your Majesty. Sovereign, the king is far kinder to poor people than the general populace has been led to believe. Some would even describe him as a generous philanthropist. Who would describe him as a generous philanthropist? Some would. You're going to have to do better than that. Show me an example. Just one example of the king being generous to a poor person. Financial advice to the poor and needy. I would like to present this story. It's the account of a person who was a sick and starving beggar. One day, this beggar was approached by the king. Did the king offer the beggar money? No, he offered something far better. He offered the beggar financial advice. It's true, I did do that. Where's that beggar now? He runs a successful business that can pull 40 francs from a single client transaction. Amazing. And the ex-beggar attributes the king for his radical transformation. Well, he didn't say so directly, but it was implied. Interesting. Would you mind telling us the name of this person? Should I tell everybody that Reynard really loves the king? Is that lying technically? Is that technically perjury? Okay. Just say it. He's a man named Renard Valpes. Oh, Renard Valpes, the trickster and con artist who runs that deplorable private investigation service. You're familiar with him. Of course, that fox has been meddling in trials and disturbing investigations for years. If this is the caliber of person that's produced by the king's financial advice, then we should all be deeply concerned. Oh dear. Outside the Palais Royal, protesters charge at the building's gates, effortlessly overcoming the royal guards. Looters take the opportunity to overrun and ransack the building. Where on earth is that accursed king? Piero. No sign of him, ma'am. Rumor is that he's gone and fled the building, same as Guizot. The Prime Minister and the King both fled before we even started our assault. How is that even possible? Madame Beaumont, I found someone who may be of use. Oh dear. A royal guard, a nice find, Fontaine. Speak, Duck. Tell us where this king is. You think me a common turncoat? I would have you know that I am the mighty Officer Beck. I would sooner die than betray my country. Okay. The Palais de Justice. A couple of lawyers came and took him to the Palais de Justice. That was easy. Piero, Fontaine, gather the crowd. We're marching on the Palais de Justice. Okay. Great. What are we up to? Charge 12? Please continue, prosecutor. Very well. King Louis Philippe, you stand accused of crushing small businesses in favor of supporting wealthier industry giants. Such a nepotic attitude only serves to discourage people from forming their own enterprises. I disagree. As a self-made businessman, the king has constantly shown his support for all businesses, big and small. Another ludicrous assertion from the defense. Prove me wrong, JJ. When has the king ever shown support for a grassroots business? King supports local fishing industry. Okay. That's a small business, right? See, account of a angler, who recently caught an enormous catfish from the Seine. Some say the fish was as large as 2 meters. Upon catching the fish, the king congratulated the man and offered him compensation for his efforts. Compensation for his efforts? You mean he bought the fish? In so many words, yes. Well, putting aside how weak an example that is of a man supporting local businesses, I see a much more pressing issue. There's no way that a fisherman caught a 2-meter catfish from the Seine. What if he had killer bait, like, say, a box of high-end chocolates? Ludicrous. Nobody would be stupid enough to use chocolates as fishing bait. You guys can't be serious. Did that work? Outside the doors of the Tribunal de Grande, Inspector Valerti watches the ever-growing crowd of protesters. The National Guard poise their bayonets, keeping the angry mob at bay. Your Honor, he's misunderstood. Your Honor, consider this. I don't want to lose another case.
Disgusting rabble, the lot of them. No, it looks like the guards are letting someone through. An emissary of the rebels, or perhaps one who considers themselves a leader.
Are you the officer in charge of this barricade? I came to talk to you directly. I feel we can settle this maturely. No violence, no casualties.
Wouldn't that be marvelous?
We only have one demand. That is that you stand aside and let me escort the king out of the building. Grant me that, and I will order the crowd to disperse.
I don't know if this is your first revolution, mademoiselle, but it certainly isn't mine. If your protesters want the king, then they'll have to get past the line of National Guards. And I don't think your people have the skill, equipment, or raw numbers to accomplish such a feat.
And then she just walks away. Not even gonna cock your gun at him. I believe we're up to the last charge, are we not? Correct. Charge 32. King Louis Philippe, you're accused of being an imbecile. You are mentally unfit to run this country. No need to get personal. It isn't a crime to be an idiot, Severin. Thankfully, if it were, we'd all be doing hard time. Illegal, no, but it does raise the question of why we're giving an idiot so much power. Last, let's not follow the example of Great Britain, who let the mad King George III rule for decades past his prime. King Louis Philippe is neither mad nor stupid. He's an intelligent and competent individual. I'll have you know that I'm only competent on prune days. Your Majesty, please. You've chosen an impossible battle, JJ. The king's idiocy is widely accepted. I urge you to prove me wrong. Show me one shred of evidence that the king is not a blithering idiot. Our only other story? He takes a lot of books out of the library. Don't ask me if he reads them. I can't answer that. I would like to present this account given by a local librarian. He asserts that the king is something of an avid reader. Picture books don't count, JJ. Oh, I had no idea that an expansive history of the Macedonian Empire was a picture book. The king has been known to check out as many as a dozen thick books in a single day, covering a whole range of subjects. Face the facts, Severin, the king is an educated man. Perhaps a test is in order. That won't be necessary. What was the name of the book you mentioned? An expansive history of the Macedonian Empire? Tell me, your Majesty, where is Macedonia? Where? Yes, I'll even make it easy. Just tell us the name of the continent. What continent is Macedonia in? You can do this, your Majesty. It's a 1 in 7 shot. Can he really? I want to say Africa, but I've got it. London. Oh, monsieur. I think we're done here, Your Honor. As I've demonstrated in excruciating detail, the king is incompetent, lazy, stupid, and occasionally malicious. He isn't fit to run a bakery, let alone a nation. Very well, prosecutor. Does the defense have anything to add? Do I want to try saying something? I think the only other thing that I could bring up was he stole, so I don't think that would... I don't think it really matter. No, Your Honor. I defend this man to the best of my abilities, and I have nothing more to say. Very good. Then I shall now converse with the jury.
We shall determine precisely which crimes the king is guilty of and decide on an appropriate punishment.
Punishment? Lawyer man, you have to do something. I'm scared. Calm down, Your Majesty. The whole purpose of this trial was to see that your punishment is fair and fitting. You're not going to end up with your head on a spike. At least I don't think you will. Probably.
The mademoiselle is returning. How naive. Negotiations are over, mademoiselle.
Once again, I ask that you let me pass. Let me extract the king without issue, and then we shall be on our way. I warn you, the protesters are getting rowdy. Any moment now, they might charge on their own accord.
Your commitment to pacifism is admirable, but you are brimming with naivety, mademoiselle. Be on your way.
Tisk tisk, I warned you that your methods were too passive, madam. Okay. That foul voice. Show yourself, wolf.
You're the friar who gave me the tip-off about the croque-monsieur. Was my information no good, Inspector? Did I not say how and when you could reach the croque-monsieur? You admitted a few details. Your words almost killed a few acquaintances of mine.
Well, Inspector, it seems that you and I agree on something. This wolf has a forked tongue.
There's no need to direct your hatred at me, madam. I came here to give you a gift, a peace offering.
You have nothing to offer.
I most certainly do. Did you know that the tunnels of the sleeping city wind straight under the Palais de Justice? It's true. If one were to put enough gunpowder in the right spot, one could even take an entire side of the building down. What are you prattling on about? How much gunpowder do you think it would take, madam? 50 kilograms? 100? Maybe 200 kilograms, just to be safe.
Friar, tell me you didn't.
The fuse is lit. In 20 seconds, the pillars of the Palais de Justice will fall like the Temple of Dagon.
Everybody get out!
Running will do you no good, you brother-killing pute. You're bluffing. There will be no explosion. You would like that to be the case, wouldn't you, Inspector? But unfortunately for you, the Viridian Killer emerges one last time.
You! Oh no, do we all die? Is this the ending where everybody dies? I must congratulate you, JJ. No, Falcon, you argued excellently. I'm as unsure of the penguin's fate as you are, but one thing is for certain. You could not have done your job any better. Thank you, Cocorico. After a small amount of deliberation, we have come to a decision. We find the defendant King Louis Philippe to be... Mon Dieu! What was that? An explosion. It sounded like it came from right outside.
I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but, in a manner of speaking, how to put this?
For pity's sake, spit it out, monsieur.
Rebels! It's the rebels! There was a big explosion at the entrance, and rebels are pouring into the building as we speak!
You heard the rabbit? Everybody clear out! Your Honor, quickly, what was the verdict? Really, in a time like this, there is no better time. Exile, now get out of here, court is adjourned. Just kick him out, just leave, dude. A valiant effort, Falcon, but we're out of both time and options. If the rebels want the king so badly, they can take him. You can't say that! The rooster's got a point, Falcon. Let's just turn the king over and let him receive his dues. We've done all we can. No, you two give up far too easily. Sparrows and Cocorico, we're escorting the king to R&M Associates. Renard's place? What can he do? If anyone has the power to make the king disappear, it'd be that conniving fox. Yeah, that might just work. Come along, your majesty. Yay, we're smuggling the king out of instead of to Australia. Put him on that island they put Napoleon on. Come on, Cocorico, no time to dawdle. I'm staying. For there to be any chance of your ridiculous plan succeeding, someone must stay behind to delay the rebels. Cocorico. Go, I've got this. Good luck. Don't get captured and murdered again. That damn wolf nearly killed a lot of us. You're the one harboring the king. It's a pleasure to see you again too, madame. Don't get snarky. Where is he? You're too late. The king has long left the building. For all I know, he could be halfway to Guadalupe by now. So he's already gone. Damn, there goes my opportunity to enact justice. Enact justice? You should have seen the trial, madam. Everything was official, professional, and logical. It was the most brilliant display of justice I've ever seen. But the king is in the process of receiving a fitting punishment. Cocorico, did my father receive a fitting punishment when you were the prosecutor at his trial 10 years ago? No, madam. But every day since then I've strived towards justice, and I shall continue to do so for the rest of my days. See that you do. I was a little bit being, expecting her to just shoot. Do you hurry up, your majesty? This is taking forever. You aren't going any further.
It's for Remus.
It's that friar. I'm not going to let you take another step towards the king.
I didn't come here for the king. I came to kill you, JJ Falcon.
Very well, Sparrowson, take the king and hurry to Renard's. I'll handle this monster. Are you sure you'll be okay? I can handle one crippled wolf. Okay, come on, your majesty. That explosion at the courthouse, that wasn't just the rebels, was it?
Of course not. That was to take out the murderous pute who killed my brother.
Madame Beaumont.
She was the madam who pulled the trigger, but it was your words that sentenced him.
And I would do it again. You and your brother are heinous individuals.
Call us what you like. It doesn't matter anymore. Your blood must pay for this. An eye for an eye. That is the way of the judges of old.
You don't appear armed.
I don't need a gun or sword to kill you. There are 100 kilograms of gunpowder beneath our very feet.
He really loves his gunpowder. On my throat.
One more step in this entire area will go... Vile scum.
Inspector, just in time. You look a little singed.
Did you hear that explosion, Monsieur Vulpes?
I did. It seems the rumors are true, Mousy. The revolution is in full swing. Go on, get in there.
Visitors, Monsieur Vulpes, visitors.
I wonder who... Oh my, King Louis Philippe. Good afternoon, your majesty.
Are you... Monsieur Vulpes?
I am, and this is my companion, Mousy.
It's a pleasure to make your acquaintance, your majesty.
I must admit, I rarely have a gentleman of your caliber in this office. Please have a seat. Mousy, fetch his majesty some tea.
Right away.
I hear you can make people disappear? Ah, yes, a new identity, a new face. Indeed, I can make that happen. Of course, there is a price. How much? Normally, such a service would cost 100 francs, but for you, your majesty, 10,000. 10,000 francs? I don't carry that sort of money on my person. I'm sure you can find a way. That crown on your head and egg in your hand would surely be enough to pay for this exquisite service. You are a crook, Monsieur Vulpes. No, let's not call each other names. We're both grown men. Now, let's see, you'll need a disguise. Ah, here we go. Go put this on. With such style. How do I look? Mousy, could you come in here for a moment, please?
What is it, Monsieur Vulpes? Oh, who is this cockatoo? Where did King Louis Philippe go?
You see, your majesty, it's that convincing? Of course, but we'll have to give you a new name and identity to match your new look. We need a name that is original yet ordinary, subtle yet exquisite.
John Smith?
Brilliant, Mousy. Monsieur, your name is now John Smith. You are an upstanding English gentleman.
Je m'appelle John Smith.
That's no good. We'll have to work on your English accent. Repeat after me. My name is John Smith.
My name is Jean Smith.
Wow, did you grow up in London, your majesty? Your accent is impeccable. Really? Tell him, Mousy.
I didn't understand any of it, so it must have been perfect English.
Disguise, name, accent? I think we're all set. Are you ready, Mr. Smith?
I don't think so.
Of course you're ready. Flee, monsieur, flee. Take a horse to Calais, and from there, hire a boat to take you to the shores of England.
Do you think he'll make it to England, Monsieur Vulpes?
With that disguise, Mousy, I think our client will be lucky to make it down the street. Come on, let's return this egg to Sultan. Got him. Oh my god, my throat hurts so much. No more voice acting. Next game is gonna be no voice acting. Come on, bird brain, time isn't wasting. Well, look who finally decided to get up. Give me a break, my legs are killing me from running all over Paris. Besides, we just had the case of a century. I think we're allowed one day to relax. Let's play some Jacques Noir. And look at this stack of mail we have to reply to. Mail. Inspector Velarde has asked us to sign off on some paperwork regarding the death of Frere Remus. Concreco wants us to arrange a lunch meeting to discuss potential future collaborative projects. And Madame Beaumont has asked us to help establish a constitution for the Second Republic, if you can believe that. Plus, we have like a dozen requests for legal work from other citizens of Paris. I guess word has gotten around about our involvement in the King's trial, huh? Mon Dieu. So much to do, but all I want to do is take a holiday. Hey, Falcon, do you think we're about to see some changes? Changes? The old king is gone, the prime minister's resigned, the Second Republic is kicking off. I'm just saying, do you think this could be the start of a new era of peace for Paris? I don't know, Squishy, what do you think? Should we yes, no, or ... Should we be optimistic about it? Yeah. We're being optimistic. I think it just might be Sparrowson. Don't get me wrong, I'm certain this isn't the last revolt Paris will ever see, not by a long shot. But maybe for now we can have a brief moment of harmony. A moment of harmony. That sounds nice. But enough talk about politics, Sparrison. Let's go pick up some breakfast. Can we get a croque monsieur? Sounds good. I feel like pain au chocolat. That works too. I do love pain au chocolat. Those used to be like my lunch every day in college. I would go and get a coffee and a pain au chocolat, and that would just be my lunch because I didn't feel like spending money on real people food. I don't want to see Sparrison sad. Yeah, really, Sparrison is the best character and he deserves nothing but happiness. Why is there a rectangle there? You're seeing that, right? It's not just me. There's a rectangle. Nobody else has a strange rectangle. Oh, hey, it's the lady that we got killed. Yay! Round of applause. Thank you, Internet Archive and Wikimedia Commons. Finn. Not a game without one strange bug. Two strange bugs, in fact. The one where the screen just goes black was also there. You've reached the end of Route B, Egalité. The ending you received was determined by the decisions you made in Chapter 3. Okay. Thank you for playing. We did it! It's so distressing to me that there's no sound. Let me turn on my... There. Now we have nice music. Oh my god, my throat is... I need to get a beverage after this. Anyway, thank you for coming. I'm gonna say we won't play the next ending. We'll leave a little bit of mystery. Really aced that attorney game. Well, thanks to the guide. Thank you to who wrote the guide. Let's see. My good friend, The Lost Gamer on GameFAQs. Thank you, The Lost Gamer on GameFAQs. You made me not completely fail the game, which I greatly appreciate. Shout out to my guy. Okay, well, yeah, I'm going to leave the third ending of this unplayed, I think. Leave a little mystery. I don't know, I just don't really feel like using the guide again. I'm so bad at games where you have to do, like, specific things, and I feel like just following a guide is not good stream material. But, yeah, it was fun. I like the art. I love old, like, caricature art stuff. That was fun. I like it. It's okay that they're furries because it was from the 1800s, so they didn't know about that yet. So it's just normal caricature art. Very nice. Fun story. I feel bad about the woman that I sentenced to death, but I don't know how to fix that issue. So we just have to live with our choices. Okay, I am going to go and get a beverage and then fall asleep, and I will see you tomorrow. I don't know what I'll play. A game with less reading, perhaps. I'll have to see what I have on Steam, because I always forget what games that I have. But yeah, I have nothing more to say. I will see you tomorrow. I hope you have a good night, or whatever time it is. Good night, goodbye, good night, goodbye, good night, goodbye, good night, goodbye. Yeah, we love realistic bird with man hand and man body. That's great. That's top quality. I don't know how to end streams. How do people do this? How long have I been doing this? I don't know what I'm doing. Bye. I'll see you.